And welcome to ColoradoSports.TV's presentation of the Colorado Football Conference, where today the home team in white is the Colorado Panthers and the away team in black is the Englewood Eagles. Sitting to my left to help me with some commentary is our good friend Kevin Palmer. How are you, buddy?
I'm good, sir. How are you, Mr. Chacon?
Very excited. This is opening weekend for the Colorado Football Conference, and this is fired up to be a very competitive event. So as the opening kickoff starts, he's got it at the 20, takes it to 25 to the 30, waiting for a blocker, sets it up, bounces outside, gets to the 40, and finally gets brought down like around the 42-yard line. Now, I'm going to tell you, folks, if anybody who's been following the Colorado Football Conference for the last few years, especially last year, I don't know if you can see it or not, but the number of white jerseys on the side of the Panthers and the number of the black jerseys on the Eagles, Kevin, both teams made it to 60, the maximum 60-player roster this year.
Yeah, you know, that's quite a move for a third-year team in the CFC, which the Panthers are, and the Eagles. There was great representation or great recruiting on their part to get up to 60 as well, and you couldn't ask for anything better from these two teams as far as numbers go.
Yeah, it was creative advertising by both organizations in the league that helped create a pretty good teams on both sides. So as we take the snap, the quarterback fades back, going way over the top. You got one-on-one. He's open, caught, and tackled and brought down at the 15-yard line. There we go. The Eagles open up on offense with that big first down play.
That was Will Martin. Justice Jones, booby. Nice pass to Will. If he would have got him on the run there, that would have been 6 easy.
Now, you're very familiar with both of those players. That's a great connection to see right there. They've both been longtime CFC veterans and both very athletic. All right, so Justin Jones breaks the huddle. He's looking to look at a pro set, tight end left, receivers left and right. Looks like the Panthers are in the forefront. Well, it's a crowded front right there. Justin's scouting the defense, gets under center, waiting for the snap. There it is, a handoff, bounces out left. There's white jerseys all over him. Loss on the play of about 2 yards as the Panthers defense stepped up and brought him down.
That was a good play there by looks like number 56 for the Panthers, who's DeAndre West Campos. And I'll tell you what, that kid, he can play. He can play the game. He was an all-star for us last year when I was with the Panthers, and this year he just made a great tackle on that particular play.
It's a great way to open the season on offense. So Justin Jones breaks the huddle. Same formation. Defense looks to be the same. Kevin, is that a 5-down lineman front?
It looks like they got it. They got 7 in the box there, Eric.
There's the snap, handoff to the fullback up the middle, fighting for extra yards and finally brought down. Gain of about 4 yards on that play. It's going to take us to third down.
I'm not sure. That looks like that. Maybe that was Victor Golden there running the ball there at fullback. He was the Panthers fullback last year, and when he gets that ball as a part of the fullback package there, he can hit that hole pretty quick.
He sure can. And you know what? I want to talk about these two teams really quick. You guys played each other very hard last year. I think you were down by 10 both games. Am I right?
In both games, we played them at their field one game, and then here at Legacy Stadium for one game. In both cases, we were down at halftime to them.
All right, Justin Jones is under center, same formation. There's a snap. He fades back. Here comes the pressure over the top. One-on-one. He's all by himself. Caught! Touchdown, Englewood Eagles. I can't see that number.
That's Will Martin.
It's got to be Will Martin.
Will Martin, and he was wide open. We had a blown coverage in the secondary there. Again, Will Martin just taking advantage of a blown coverage, and Justice Jones just reading the play exactly as he should, and all he had to do was throw a lob pass up there. It was a layup.
Yeah, sure was. And Will, it's nice having a guy like Will Martin right there, because you can pretty much throw it up in anywhere, and you have a very good chance that he's going to come down with it. He's a heck of a receiver. All right, we're going to try for the extra point here. It looks like we're set. The holder asks for the ball. It's on the ground. Kick is up. It's not. Was it tapped? It was blocked.
I think it was just he got his
didn't
foot
get
underneath
underneath
it.
it.
I don't think he got much of the ball. I think he got more of the turf than he did the ball.
Yeah, so the extra point try is no good. That's going to take us to 6-0 with 12 minutes, 44 seconds left in the first quarter. And as they take a break to switch sides, we'll take a break. And thank you so much for watching ColoradoSports.TV's presentation of the Colorado Football Conference. And welcome back to ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Football Conference. 2 big passes by Justin Jones to Will Martin took him to the end zone and paid off for 6 points after missing the extra point try. They look pretty good on the ground with Vic running the ball. So now is our chance to see what the Panthers can do on offense as the Eagles kick off to him.
So I'll be curious to see Stephen Cowherd and how he, if he plays in this game. He's been a long time CFC player and just always been a talent in this league.
All right, he hits that and he bounces out to his right and he's letting his speed shine and finally gets ran out of bounds right at about the 32-yard line. Okay. So we're going to take over now. Who's the quarterback for the Panthers now?
Well, I thought maybe it was Stephen Cowherd, but I'm not sure. Let's see who comes out.
That's Stephen Cowherd. He plays multiple positions. I've seen him play defense in the secondary. I've seen him play quarterback. I've seen him play receiver. So when you've got a guy like that, you can actually put him in different places and try to get some yardage from a player like that.
Looks like that might be Javon Barnes that's at quarterback there. Number 6.
All right, well, we're going heavy up front with tight ends on the right, I formation, receivers left and right. The Eagles look to be in a 5-down lineman front as well. Yeah. There's a snap, a handoff. He wants to bounce outside, gets touched by a black jersey and brought down by the cleanup tackle. Gain of about 1 yard there, maybe 1.5 yards on that.
And we know that player there, that's Mondo Guillard there. He's former Broomfield Dog.
Yep, and for your Facebook fans, that's Mondo G. You know, and he's always been a pretty good producer on the ground running. So it's a nice addition to the Panthers to have him.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So were you right on that number for that quarterback?
Yeah, number 6, Javon Barnes.
All right, so Javon breaks that huddle. We're going to send heavy line again, receivers left and right in that I formation. The Panthers look so much bigger than they did last year. So they look to be doing pretty good. Waiting for the snap, handoff up the middle. Nice little surge from that line. Gets them a gain of about 5 yards on that. So we're going to be looking about 3rd down and about 5 yards.
Again, that was Mondo just running between the tackles there, and again he's got he's always had that size where he can crease that little seam there between those gaps, and he's always picks up 5 or 6 yards.
You're right about his size. He when there's not a hole, his size allows him, and his agility allows him to slip through tiny holes and get positive yards. He's got power behind it as well. All right, so big 3rd down play here for the Englewood Eagles defense and the Panthers offense. So let's see what happens. Their same formation, receivers left and right. Everybody's in the box. We got 2 safeties over the top. Fake is rolling out, trying to find somebody open. Caught.
Oh, it was a nice play right there.
Forces his way past the 1st down mark, and that's going to be a 1st down for the Colorado Panthers. And the referee goes down trying to make the spot.
That was a good play right there. That was a good execution on a tight end, just getting to the outside of the tackles.
Yeah, kind of like a flare or a screen of such. But then what I liked about that was that there was a chance there for the defensive player and the offensive player to meet at the 1st down mark.
Yeah, and the tight end he just willed his way to the 1st down.
Yep, he pushed his way through.
Looks like the chains might be off by a yard.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right about
The
that.
down marker's in the right spot, though.
All right, so you got a first down out of that formation. You might as well try it again. I formation. Same defensive front for the Eagles. Bobbled a snap.
We got a fumble
There's
there.
a pile up. I think the quarterback kept it. Let's see. Yep, we're going to go second down here. Boy, you don't want to blow a first down on a mistake like that. Thank you.
And I'm not sure if that's Levy Morrow that's out there playing center. Levy last year for the Panthers, he played multiple positions, and he was a stalwart on the offensive line for the Panthers last year, and he filled in nicely at every position he played at, and it looks like that's him, Levy, playing center there.
All right, same offensive formation, same on defense. Snap, handoff, met in the backfield. Big loss on the play. Met in the backfield by 55, and then cleanup tackle back there by, I didn't get to see his number, but wonderful execution on defense by the Englewood Eagles.
Well, number 55 on our roster is Travis Elbert, but I'm not sure. He lists him as an offensive lineman, but, in the CFC, that doesn't necessarily mean that he can't play both ways, right?
Correct. All right, waiting for the snap to happen here. They sure are taking a long huddle. But he finally breaks it. Looks like we're going same formation, I formation, heavy line, receivers left and right. Looks like we've got single safety over the top, but that guy could go back. Handoff, fullback. He's got room, pushes through. He's got himself a first down.
Well, it looks like they marked him a yard short. That's Mondo again.
Are they giving him a yard short?
Yeah, it looks like he's a yard short. That was a great run, though, and that was actually a good play call right there. 3rd and long. Probably caught the Eagles off guard there. They were thinking pass, I'm sure.
Well, you've got yourself a big decision if you're a Colorado Panther coach right now. You are 4th and 1 yard. Your running game has been pretty successful so far. They go for it. It looks like they're gonna go for it. 4th and 1. I formation, heavy line, receivers left and right. The Eagles are crowding the box, waiting for the snap. There it is. To the fullback, he's got the first down and even more, stretches out for a gain of about 2 yards.
That's Mondo.
He's having a good game so far.
Just willing his way across that line of scrimmage, picking up 3-4 yards.
Yep, not a bad weapon, that Mondo G. So they pick up the first down. The drive is still alive. There's a lot of excitement in the huddle over there for the Panthers. But, the Englewood Eagles, they're doing a good job at keeping them pretty close. They just got to buckle down on 3rd down and that 4th down play at 1. But we'll see what they've got coming here. We're not changing the formation at all, are the Panthers. Same heavy line. I formation, receivers left and right. Crowded box for the Eagles. 2 safeties over the top, though. Waiting for the snap as the quarterback. He takes it. Handoff, follows the fullback. Pushing forward and surging. Gain of about 8 yards on 1st down. Was that Mondo again?
You couldn't pick up a number on that one. It looks like that's Mondo again.
Yeah, that's Mondo again. Shining in the first quarter is Mondo G. But I think he's had enough for a little while. He's coming off on the sideline, and they're going to sub him out. And he deserves the rest. He's been workhorse this drive for them. So we're at 6 minutes, 35 seconds and ticking in the first quarter. It's still 6-0 Eagles over the Panthers. And the Panthers break that huddle and came in the same formation, heavy line, I formation. Crowded box for the Eagles. Single safety over the top. Hand it off, up the gut, pushing forward, got the first down and even more. There's a fumble. The Eagles saying they're coming up with it.
I think they're calling him down, Eric.
Yeah, they called him down by contact, so that is not a fumble, not a turnover. Boy, that would have been a big play for the Eagles if that would have happened. But now it's going to be 1st and 10, and this Panthers offense is just marching down the field.
Well, their run game has certainly improved this year compared to last year up front, especially with some of those big guys up front on the offensive line.
I see a huge difference in the offensive line from last year to this year, and obviously it's paying off. I've been excited for this game since the schedule came out, Kevin. I knew how hard you guys played each other last year, and with both teams building as they did and getting to that max 60-man roster, I think it'll be a good event. Quarterback rolls out. Looks like he's trying to keep it. Finally gets pushed out. Gain of about 2 yards, it looks like to me, on that play. So we decided to try a quarterback keeper on the outside, but the Englewood Eagles defense was all over it.
That was good pursuit by Eric McClam there, number 11 linebacker. His speed definitely made the difference on that play as he made pursuit towards the quarterback. You know, speaking of the Eagles versus the Panthers, last year with the two games that were so close, and with the Eagles having the lead going into the second half, the Panthers coming from behind to win those two games, I believe that it's set up for a pretty good rivalry here in the CFC. These are two young teams as far as the CFC is concerned, and you know, this is going to be a matchup to watch for years to come.
I agree. I thought they started that rivalry last year. Well, the Panthers are going to keep it as it was with that I formation. Crowded box for the Eagles. There's a snap. Handoff. Tried to go middle. Voiding a tackle. Bouncing outside. There's black jerseys all around and finally brought down. He ends up losing about 3 yards on that play. So that's going to take us to third and about 11.
Yeah, that was Anthony Owens there, big number 90, just keeping contained. And, you know, he didn't buy down any of the fakes. Looks like maybe we have a timeout by the Eagles.
All right, well, the Eagles take that timeout, so we'll take a break. And thank you for watching ColoradoSports.TV's presentation of the Colorado Football Conference. Are methodically marching their way down the field, first down after first down after first down. But now they find themselves in a real tough spot at 3rd and 11 at the 21-yard line. And they finally have a formation change. They're going I formation, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. The Eagles got 2 safeties over the top. Everybody's expecting a pass play. What do you think, Kevin?
I'm thinking they're going to go to number 2. His nickname is Smoke here on a fly pattern, and there it goes.
There's the pass. Intercepted. The Englewood Eagles defense does its job. Bends but doesn't break. That's number 27 on the interception.
Yeah, that was Angelo Maldonado. And, again, zone coverage there where he just dropped back into the zone and he stayed at home. And just an errant pass by Barnes there.
Yeah, I agree. He didn't seem to be that pressured, though. It was just maybe got away from him a little bit. But the Englewood Eagles do what they are supposed to do, and that's take advantage of every opportunity. And they turn the ball over. Now it's going to be 1st and 10, Englewood Eagles. And the Panthers have called a timeout. So while they take a break, we'll take a break. And thank you for watching ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Football Conference.
Hey, where's David Brooks at?
And welcome back to ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Football Conference. And after a turnover, the Eagles are at 1st and 10, I formation, heavy line, receivers left and right. Looks like a 4-4 defense set up for the Panthers. There's the handoff, bouncing to the right. The Panthers are all over it and bring him down. He got right back to the line of scrimmage, game of nothing on that play. Well, this game is turning out to be everything I thought it would be. Both these teams are playing with such heart and ferocity, and neither one are going to want to lose this one. They're both looking pretty good. All right, late substitution into the huddle for the Eagles. Is that still Justin Jones?
That's still Justin Jones, so I wouldn't be surprised, but to see, Will Martin.
Well, Will Martin's at the far right of the offense.
Got single coverage.
Yep, receivers left and right, heavy line, I formation, waiting for the snap is Justin Jones. Here it comes. He's got it, fades back, tries something quick, and sacks in the backfield. The Panthers did not let him step up in that pocket. They cleaned up their spots, their gaps, and brought him down for a sack.
That was a breakdown on the offensive line on that one, but by number 84, Bo Harris, who last year on the defensive line for the Panthers, just a tremendous motor on that guy.
Oh, look at that spot, Kevin. Was that a sack, or did it go backwards?
I don't know. Maybe they gave him a yard.
Was that 2nd and 10?
It was 2nd down, and
I think they got right back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, maybe they did.
Yeah, so now we're looking at a big 3rd and 9 play here. So Justin Jones is going to go shotgun, sends 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Looks like man coverage, single safety over the top. Waiting for the snap is Justin. There it is. He fades back. He comes to pressure. Throws it. One-on-one coverage over the top and just barely overthrown.
Just over the head of number 84, Richardson.
Boy, that was a good throw. You know what? I don't know if that was an overthrow by Booby or that receiver should have got underneath it. What do you think?
I think Booby just kind of overthrew that ball a little bit. If he had to throw it over again, he probably would have put a little bit more air underneath it. But you know what? That's a good stop by the Panthers. They really needed to do that based on that turnover right there. An opportunity to score, and you turn the ball over in the red zone and you make a defensive stop. That's huge for an offense.
It sure is, especially when they drove down so far and gave the ball up in an interception for them to shut them in basically a 3-and-out in the next possession. It was a good defensive stand by the Panthers. So there's a snap for the punt. It's long. Coming down right around the 40, bounces over the head. He bobbles it. That ball's live.
Oh, it was a great punt and good coverage, too.
Yep, they got down there quick and had a shot at it. But
great coverage.
The Panthers are going to take over 1st and 10 at their own 31.
That was nearly a 50-yard punt. It wasn't necessarily on the fly, but he got a good bounce, obviously.
Yeah, so let's see if they keep the same quarterback in there. They probably will. You see that number, Kevin?
I did not catch who that is.
Yeah, me either. I wish I did, though. All right, so it looks like, is that number 6 or 5?
That's number 6.
Number 6. All right, so let's see what the Panthers do to open up with, we're about going to get to the 2. Oh, no, they stopped the clock at 2:05. My bad. So, why not? That formation's been working for them all day. They're going to keep up with it. I formation, heavy line, receivers left and right. Eagles still sitting in that forefront. There's a snap, handoff, and the Eagles aren't having it anymore. Bring them down for about a 1-yard loss on that play. Nice defensive play by number 24.
And that was number 20, Rashawn McLaughlin, running back. He's new to the Panthers. It looks like he's a change of pace back there. But don't be surprised to see them go back to Mondo.
Yeah. But do they have Mondo at fullback?
Mondo's at fullback.
Yeah, he sure is. All right, the quarterback breaks the huddle. We're going to stick with the same formation, heavy line, I formation, receivers left and right. Crowded box for the Eagles with 2 safeties over the top, waiting for the snap Takes it. Handoff. Mondo surging forward. Power football. Look at that gain. Gain of about 7 on that play. Am I right? 6. That's what, like you said about Mondo. Every time he touches, he gets about 5 yards.
Yeah, the Eagles are going to have to stack more in the box there. They're going to have to plug these gaps. They're relying upon the defensive front to make those stops right there. But Mondo's getting to the second level and not meeting much resistance once he gets past those initial linemen.
All right, same formation. Heavy line, receivers left and right. 3rd down and 4 yards to go. There's a snap, handoff to Mondo, and there's that line doing their job for the Eagles, and they stuff him, let him get about a gain of 1 yard. So big 4th down decision. You know, it was an easier decision at 4th and 1 than it is right now at 4th and 3.
I think you got to punt in this situation here. You got 4th down and 3. You're inside your own territory here, and if you go for it, again, that's comparable to a turnover, Eric.
You're right.
It looks like there's some indecision, and maybe they're going to call timeout here.
Yeah, I think. Actually, that's end of quarter.
Oh, well, that's.
Yeah, so as they take a break to switch sides, we're going to take a break. And thank you for watching ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Football Conference. And welcome back to Colorado Sports TV's coverage of the Colorado Football Conference. It's 4th and about 4 yards, and it looks like the Panthers have decided to go ahead and punt on 4th down, which is probably the smart decision. Can you see who that is in the back, Kevin?
A little hard to tell from the number here at this point, but
yeah, we don't have a really good advantage of that number. But I do know Eagles have got a lot of speed on their team. So there's the punt. It's high, coming down around the 30, bouncing out of bounds right around the 30-yard line.
I think that was touched by the Panthers. You know, in that situation there, you got first touching by the kicking team. The receiving team can actually pick that ball up without any consequence, aside from penalty. But that's one of those situations where you actually want to down the ball to make sure that the receiving team cannot advance it because they can pick that ball up and run.
Sure they can. You're right about that. Oops. There we go. All right, so now the Eagles are going to take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line. And I'm hoping to see a lot more of their air game because that Justin Jones, Will Martin combination has been fun to watch so far. So let's see what they open up with here. Well, it's taking them a while to get this ball snapped. What do you think's going on, Kevin?
Maybe they think we got a TV timeout that we're waiting on the referees.
Well, we're the TV, and we're not on timeout, so what are they doing?
The referees are trying to reset the clock to something.
Oh, it's just the start of the second quarter.
Trying to start the clock for whatever reason.
Hey, knock on that window and tell them to start the clock.
She knows. She's watching.
Oh, okay. That's so weird. I don't know. Why would they want to start the clock, Kevin? Oh, it was the kickoff. That was not returned.
Yeah, there was. Well, you know, there should have been some time ran off the clock on that punt there, Eric.
Oh, I didn't.
Probably about 7 seconds. We still had 15 seconds left to go on that clock.
I thought the clock didn't start until it was caught. Or it's at the snap because it's a punt. Going one-on-one over the top. Jump ball defended well by the Colorado Panthers.
Well, we had one-on-one coverage there to the outside, and I think if Justice had a chance to rethink that one, that could have easily been intercepted there. It was just good defensive play, but his wide receiver was not open on that play.
All right, so that takes us to 2nd and 10. Justin Jones breaks the huddle. And we're going to go heavy line. I formation, receivers left and right. 4-4 defense for the Panthers with a single safety over the top. Waiting for the snap is Justin Jones. Takes it. Handoff, middle, bounces outside. He's got blockers, but there's white jerseys all over him. Gain of about 2 yards on the play.
That's number 44, Damon Roberts. And, again, they've got him slotted as a linebacker or safety. But, again, in the CFC, players play multiple positions. So, but you also had Victor Golden in there as lead blocker. Don't be surprised, again, if Victor at fullback gets the call. Again, like they've been the Panthers have been doing with Mondo, just a quick hitter up the middle to the fullback. I don't see that coming on this play, though.
Well, it is 3rd and about 7, so they've got to make up some big yardage. So looks like Justin Jones is going shotgun formation, receivers left and right, tight end on the left, max protection in the backfield, still with that 4-4 defense. There's a snap. Here comes the blitz. Booby rolls right, caught, stopped, fighting for the yardage. Does he make it?
Will
That's
Martin,
going to be a tough spot.
I think they spotted. I think they gave him the first down. That was Will Martin again. And, Booby had great protection on that particular play, and that was just a comeback route by Will Martin. And Booby had enough time. He connected really well, and, Will Martin, he extended the play for a couple extra yards to get that first down.
Wonderful play by Will Martin. Am I right? That is still Booby in the quarterback.
that was Booby.
He's having a very good first half so far of this game.
And he slung that ball there. Like I said, he had good protection. Like you had mentioned, max protection in the backfield, twin running backs there. And they picked up the blitzers and one-on-one coverage to Will Martin.
All right, so Justin Jones is going to open up in the same formation, except this time tight ends on right. Max protection, receivers left and right. Look at that crowded line for the Panthers. 3 linebackers, 1 safety over the top. There's a snap. Handoff up the middle. He's got a big hole. Cuts inside to the right, and he's got the first down. Beautiful run on that play. Couldn't see that number on there, did you, Kevin?
Yeah, again, number 44. I guess that's Cam White. I apologize. The number 44 for the Panthers is the one who I originally had was running that ball.
So Cam White's having a pretty good quarter this quarter because he didn't open up at running back in the first quarter.
I don't believe he did. And just twin backs right there, and run into the 1 hole there, or the 2 hole.
All right, so we got 1st and 10 at the Panthers' 48-yard line. Justin Jones is in shotgun, tight end left, receivers left and right. Big front for the Panthers. Single safety over the top. Takes a snap, quick pass left. Caught, trying to move and get around some guys and finally pushed out. Not a bad gain of about 5 yards on that play.
And again, that was Angelo Maldonado. Looked like number 28 there for the Eagles.
This Eagles offense in the air is doing amazing. And with Cam running the way he is, this is looking like to be a pretty good drive for the Eagles here in the second quarter with 12 minutes, 11 seconds of ticking. It is still a 6-0 contest, Eagles over the Panthers. So Justin Jones breaks the huddle, goes same formation, shotgun, max protection, tight end left, receivers left and right, crowded line for the Panthers, single safety over the top, waiting for the snap. There it is, fades back, quick pump fake. It's not there. He rolls out to his left. He's trying to let his feet do the business, gets a few yards. Maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a small gain on that. Let's see where they put it.
That was good. That was good pursuit by the linebackers to the outside, and you got to give Justice Jones some credit for being able to get to the outside, evade the rush right there. And looks like he did lose a couple of yards.
Did he lose a yard?
Not sure if he must have stepped out of bounds there.
Yeah. I saw, it's interesting. He pump fake left and then it looked like he was trying to go over the top left. The coverage kept him from doing this, so he had no choice but to roll out. He didn't really do any other checkdowns to see who else was available, though. So let's see what Justin Jones does now.
Oh, we've got a penalty for something here.
I don't see a flag.
Looks like an illegal substitution on the Panthers here.
Attention parents, if those are your children bouncing on the white foam, they need to return to the stands immediately.
And that was illegal substitution on the Panthers, so that gives them a free 5 yards. That makes a huge difference.
That sure does. So that makes it to a third and short situation here for the Englewood Eagles after that penalty. Yeah, you don't want to be making mistakes like that because it could cost you, but we'll see what happens here.
Well, now you have your option. You can go pass or you can go run. You can kind of cross them up again with the split backs there.
Well, he goes shotgun formation, tight end left, receivers left and right. Here comes the blitz from the left.
Start.
Yeah, they're going to blow that flag. So
we had a false start on Will Martin there. I'm not sure if he didn't know what the snap count was or he just
got excited.
He's doing his push-ups there to make up for it.
You know what? They make up that they lose that yardage that they gain from the penalty, and now it's going even further back. So it's going to make it about a 3rd and 6 play here coming up for the Englewood Eagles with 10 minutes 59 seconds left in the first half.
Well played game so far. That was our second penalty of the game.
Yeah, very true. And they were two back-to-back.
Right, and for the first game of the season, you would expect a lot more penalties. So a couple of disciplined teams here.
Yeah, you could tell they've been practicing well together. Well, Justin Jones changes the formation. He's going shotgun, 2 receivers left, 2 to the right, 4 down linemen front for the Panthers. Fades back. Here comes the pressure. He gets rid of the ball. Bounces out of the hands.
Oh, you got lucky on not getting an interception there.
Yeah, because he bounced that up when it touched his hands.
And that caromed off of Richardson's hands there. I'm not certain that he had a chance at that, but Booby was getting pressure. He let go of the ball there. It might have been better to have taken a sack in that situation, although he did get rid of the ball, but he quite easily could have been intercepted there. Looks like the Eagles are going to go for it.
Well, there's that late substitution coming in. Maybe. Gutsy call on 4th and 6. And sure enough, you know what I don't think I've ever seen? I've seen Justin play a lot of positions. I've never seen him try and punt the ball. Does he have it?
He can punt the ball. Let's see if they go with a quick kick. That's not a bad thought there, Eric.
2 receivers left, 2 to the right. There's a snap. He's looking to his left. Steps in the pocket. Flare pass. Caught. Brought down right away. Great defensive play by the Panthers. And that's going to be a turnover on downs with the Panthers taking over. And as they take a break to switch sides, we'll take a break. And thank you for watching ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Football Conference. And welcome back to Colorado Sports TV's coverage of the Colorado Football Conference. The Panthers took over on downs, and they're going to spread them out 3 to the right, 1 to the left, single back formation. Quick pass outside. Did he catch it?
I think incomplete. Incomplete there.
Incomplete.
That was a good play. They tried to go to smoke there on a quick zero pass there, or zero route, and if he can break a tackle or evade a tackle, he could take the ball to the distance for the distance there.
Yeah, he's got a lot of speed. All right, so let's see what they decide to open with now. Boy, taking their time to get that play out there. I'm going to keep my eye on the back judge here and see how they're doing with the game clock. A very late substitution by the Panthers. But we're still at 2nd and 10, and they break the huddle. They must have time. They're going to send 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, in a single back formation. Handoff up the middle, met immediately, but then the fighting by the running back.
That's Mondo again.
Mondo always just fights for extra yardage and keeps his feet pumping. And they had him in the backfield, and with his strength, he was able to move it forward. But it's still going to be about 3rd and 7 here for the Colorado Panthers. We're still at 6-0 with 9 minutes, 46 seconds left in the first half. We haven't seen a lot of passing from the Panthers today yet. Just a lot of the run game.
Well, you know, they got that offensive line there, and they've got Mondo going. And, you know, so long as the Eagles can't stop Mondo, you keep going.
Yeah, I guess you're right. All right, I formation. Receivers left and right. There's a snap, and we're going to hand it off. He goes over to the right, and that's Mondo spinning, trying to search for extra yardage, staying on his feet. And it's a scrum, and they still don't have him down. That's what Mondo does. But it's going to make for a very interesting decision again for the Panthers on 4th down. Right around the 50-yard line. It looks to be about 4th and...
4th and about 3 there, Eric.
Oh, where's that spot? I can't see.
Right on the 50-yard line.
You're right, 4th and...
Looks like they're going to go for it. I don't know if you're,
now the clock's finally running.
If you're the Eagles, you got to load the box. You got to expect a handoff to Mondo, but at the same time, you could take advantage of some one-on-one coverage to the outside and maybe try to go over the top.
Well, the Eagles are crowding the box. They got a single safety over the top. There's the snap. Fullback pushes, surges, and that Mondo again.
No, that was a good call. Now that was number 89. Well, I don't have an 89 on my.
Are you sure it was 89?
Yeah,
well, they handed off fullback anyway, and that was he powered his way through, found a gap, and was able to surge forward and get a first down.
I do have 89, and that's Garrett Lanham. Just a quick hitter there, fullback dive. You know, last year with the Panthers, that was a good play as well with Victor Golden at fullback, making quite a bit of yardage. So.
All right, so the Panthers break and go same formation. Heavy line, I formation, receivers left and right. Crowded box for the Englewood Eagles, waiting for the snap. There it is, pitching it outside. He's got blockers in front of him. Eagles are trying to clean him up and finally bring him down. But I think they brought him down right back at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that was number 13 for the Eagles that made that pursuit, Elijah Sandoval. And, you know, a quick pitch to the outside. We've got an injury there for the Panthers. And if that's Mondo, that's going to be a big loss right there.
All right, let's see what they do. I'll tell you what, as they take a break for the injury, we'll take a break. And thank you for watching ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Football Conference. And welcome back to Colorado Sports TV's presentation of the Colorado Football Conference. We are looking at 2nd and 10 with 7 minutes, 23 seconds and ticking left in the first half. The score is still 6-0 Eagles over the Panthers. So the Panthers go I formation, heavy line, receivers left and right. There's a snap, fullback handoff, bounces to his right, finally brought down. That's going to be enough for a first down. That fullback play by the Panthers, the Eagles just cannot stop it.
Yeah, that's just a quick dive, and I don't think the the Eagles are ready for that play. Again, in order to stop that, you got to load the box a little bit heavier with some linebackers. The offensive line is definitely getting a great push for the Panthers.
Well, let's see if they try and pull that off again as they break the huddle and go same formation, receivers left and right, an I formation. And you know what? They're crowding the box. They've got 7 and 8 in the box right now, and there's a snap for the fullback.
Same
just
play.
pumping legs and still driving and still going forward, and finally brought down right at around the 14-yard line. So that's 2 fullback handoffs for 2 first downs in a row. The Englewood Eagles are going to have to figure out a way to get that stop.
Yeah,
So
I think they're calling timeout right now so they can make some adjustments relative to that, because the Panthers are going to run that all day long if they and they're just running it at will.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, as they take a break for the timeout, we will also take a break. And again, thank you so much for watching ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Football Conference. And welcome back to ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Football Conference. It's been a defensive battle so far in this first half with 6 minutes, 17 seconds left to go. And it's still a 6-0 contest, Eagles over the Panthers. But the Panthers are finally in the red zone. I formation, receivers left and right. They've stayed in that all throughout the first half. Handoff to the running back, bounces to his left, goes back inside, surges forward. Nice gain of about 7 yards on that play.
And again, that was Mondo. Again, this time he took it outside the tackles, and
Boy,
he's got some good speed as well.
And he's got good power. I mean, this takes more than one guy to bring him down. He keeps pumping those legs and driving forward. So Mondo's had a very good first half.
He's coming out of the ball game here.
Well, he's done quite a workload today so far. All right, quarterback breaks the huddle. I wouldn't be surprised if they go in the same formation. Correct, I formation, heavy line, receivers left and right. And we're blowing the whistle.
Looks like we have an errant football came onto the field from some kids that are playing.
All right, so now that they've cleared the debris, we're going to go same formation. Quarterback goes under center. The Eagles are crowding that box. Let's see if they can stop this running surge. Fullback, Eagles, he's dragging the Eagles with him, but what did he end up getting? Maybe 1 yard if he's
Looks like
lucky?
they're killing the clock, which would indicate a first down or at least close to it. We've got a spot here.
Yep, that's a 1st and goal now for the Colorado Panthers. This is their opportunity with 5 minutes and ticking left in the game to take advantage of this drive. Let's see if they can close this. No, they make a change on defensive line. They bring I can't see that player's number, but they
bring it into a heavy package.
Yeah, heavy package. Maybe that'll help stop that surge in the middle. I formation, receivers left and right, waiting for the snap from the quarterback.
You got one-on-one coverage to either side here. Don't be surprised if they try to cross them up.
Handoff, runs inside, pushes through, touchdown, Colorado Panthers.
Again, that was through the 3-hole there. That was just an easy run right there. The Eagles are going to have to make some changes to that defensive front or to the linebacking core there.
Yeah, they got to do something to stop that the middle attack that the Panthers just pulled up all the way down the field. Where did they take over? Around the
I think the Eagles went for it on 4th down. Am I right? And then they were able to drive.
I think they got it like around their own 30, and they used that running game, that ground and pound, all the way down to put 6 points and tie this game at 6 apiece with 4 minutes 26 seconds left in the first half, with an extra point try on its way. Late substitutions coming in for the Panthers.
Well, some big guys coming out on the field right there. And that's a huge difference between this year's Panthers and last year's.
Size. Absolutely. Waiting for the snap as the holder is down. The kick is blocked.
That's blocked. That ball's a live ball.
And is he down? Nope, it's still going. The Eagles pick it up. trying to bounce outside and finally brought down. So that's going to remain all tied up at 6 apiece with 4 minutes, 26 seconds left in the first half. And while they take a break to set up, we'll take a break. And thank you so much for watching ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Football Conference. And welcome back to ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Football Conference. Kevin, I know what I said during the break. I was just kidding. I promise.
I don't believe you for a minute.
So after a ground and pound drive that results in 6 points for the Panthers, we're all tied up at 4 minutes, 26 seconds left in the first half. And the Eagles will receive. You know what's fun to watch about what's going on in this game? The Panthers seem to have the ground and pound mastered. Well, the Eagles are looking great in the air. So there's the kickoff. Takes it 30-yard line, 35. He's got room, 40. Gets to the midfield, finally brought down. Beautiful return on that play on special teams for the Englewood Eagles.
Now, this is a problem that the Panthers had last year. They had significant problems on special teams, especially on kickoffs and punt returns. They gave up a lot of yardage on kick returns, and it seems like that's an area of still concern here to start the season.
You know, they got to practice that. I don't know how much time you guys spent on it last year, but
well, you know, we spent some time, but at the same time, it requires guys that have a want to desire, because it's not a lot of fun to go down on kickoff coverage.
All right, so Justin Jones brings out the shotgun formation, heavy line, max protection, receivers left and right. There's the snap. Looking for the single covers, throws it over the top, and there's that interception on the play. Was he down?
I don't think he was down, but he gave himself up, so in essence the play is over. I don't think he was touched. And again, in CFC rules, you got to be down by contact. That's a ball that
they could have given himself up.
I think Booby should have went with a different receiver there. He wasn't open. He got a little hurried there, and
it looks like he just tried to drop it in the hole in the zone, but the hole closed up, and the Colorado Panthers took over after the turnover.
He was touched when he was on his back.
Was he touched? Okay, so he was touched after he caught it. All right, so the Panthers break the huddle, and they've got 4 minutes and 4 seconds left in this half to try and score again. And they changed the formation finally. Look at this heavy line. Think they're going to throw? Okay, so the referee breaks it. Oh, no, there's the other receiver down there. It's not the same formation. All right, I formation, heavy line, receivers left and right. Crowded box for the Eagles, waiting for the snap as the quarterback. He gets it, hands off, up the middle, big hole, tries to stiff arm. 21 is doing his job as an Eagle and brings him down after a gain of about 3 yards on that carry. Was that Mondo again?
That was Mondo on the carry again. And, I think what is happening is that the offensive line, they might be lining up at a 5 front. Some people call that an Eagle front there, but they're just going man for man on the offensive line. And then once they get to the second level, there's no linebackers. And so number 31, who's a free safety, it appears, has to come up and make the tackle.
All right, the quarterback breaks the huddle. I'd be surprised to see a different formation. And we're not. Heavy line, receivers left and right, I formation. 3 minutes, 12 seconds of ticking. 2nd and 7. Waiting for the snap. There it is.
We got a pass this time. Oh, he broke the tackle.
Yeah, he breaks number 11's tackle, drops it over the top for an incompletion. That was a pretty athletic move by that quarterback to get away from
Yeah,
number
sure
11.
was. Yeah, Barnes made a great play there. I mean, that would have been a loss for about 8 right there.
You know, he's getting up gimpy. He's not happy.
Looks like he's a little sure. Or is that Mondo that's a little hurt right there?
No, that's the quarterback right there. But he toughs through it, and he's going to stay in there.
He's a little upset.
Well, I was looking downfield to see if there's anything. He looked very well covered by the Eagles.
He's pretty lucky that was not intercepted there because he just hung the ball out to dry, and the only people that were around were Eagle players.
He made a smart play by seeing nobody open there because I think anything would have been thrown would have either been batted down or intercepted. So he did a good job of throwing it to a receiver in the area so he doesn't have to worry about a grounding penalty. But, yeah, the Eagles were all over him on that play right there. So that brings up 3rd and 7. Panthers are on their own 44-yard line. Breaks the huddle, and, of course, we're not going to have a formation change. They've been running it all game, and it's been working as it's a 6-6 game. I formation, receivers left and right. Waiting for the snap. There it is. Fakes the handoff, rolls out to his left. Waiting for somebody to get open, and it's caught. He's got the first down, trying to get extra yards, and finally brought down. That's a first down play, and the passing game for the Colorado Panthers finally opens up and gets a first down with 2 minutes, 50 seconds left on the clock.
That was a good change of pace play there by Barnes and the Panthers. I believe that the defense bid on that and came up, leaving the wide receiver wide open on that play right there. It was just an easy toss. But great change of pace play on that.
Yep, caught the Eagles off balance. So we're sticking with the same formation. Crowded line for the Eagles, waiting for the snap. There it is, handoff, fullback, surge forward, pushing. Gain of about 2 yards on that one. So it looks like the Eagles are finally figuring out a way to close that fullback play down. You know what? I know you folks can't see it from here, but the stands look pretty good today here for the Panthers.
Yeah, the whole lower section is full.
Yeah, they're doing pretty well. All right. 2nd and 7 with just hit the 2-minute mark. So we're going to take a break for the 2-minute warning, and as they take a break, of course, we will take a break. And thank you so much for watching ColoradoSports.TV's presentation of the Colorado Football Conference. And welcome back to ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Panthers hosting the Englewood Eagles. It is all tied up at 6 apiece. We got 1 minute, 58 seconds left in the first half.
The Panthers have 2 timeouts, Eric, so they can easily drive this ball. The way they've been going, they've got a couple timeouts.
Well, the ground and pound will also kill some clock as well, and it's been working for them so far today. But with 1:58 left, is that enough time to ground and pound your way into the end zone?
Well, with a couple timeouts.
And some good gainage, maybe. Fakes the handoff, rolls out to his left, waiting for somebody to get open. Over the top, he's open.
Smoke.
Caught,
Open.
Touchdown, Colorado Panthers. And the team goes crazy on the sidelines. That's going to make it 12-6 with 1 minute, 49 seconds. You know what? They baited them. Ground and pound. They were waiting for that, and then took advantage of the opportunity. Beautiful pass. Was that smoke?
That was smoke, and the smoke's got the speed there.
Great vision by the quarterback to see him, too, because he was rolling out to his left, and that pass was all the way to his right. He didn't have to go across the field, but beautiful execution there by the Colorado Panthers. This is what I was expecting out of this game. Close competition, 2 very excited teams to play against each other. Both very motivated against each other. This is the kind of exciting football we were hoping for tonight. All right, so we're waiting for the subs to come in for the extra point try.
I think the Panthers are going to have to take a timeout here so that they avoid a delay of game, or perhaps they already did. I see the referees writing down notes, which usually indicates that the team's taking a timeout.
Yeah, I'm happy with the way this game is turning out so far. Very exciting, very competitive, and I think that's the key to success in semi-pro football is good competition amongst teams, and this one's shaping up to be a nice one.
Well, and no major mistakes. We have had a couple turnovers. One, the teams certainly would like to have had those back, but no penalties that have cost big yardage. First game, jitters are not there for either team.
All right, so we're ready for the point after try. It looks like the kick is ready. The holder's ready. There's a snap. It's on the ground. The kick is up. It looks good to me, and the refs agree. So that's going to take us to 13-6. Yeah, Panthers over the Eagles with 1 minute 49 seconds. And thank you for watching ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Football Conference. And welcome back to ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Football Conference. After a great passing play to score to Smoke at wide receiver, we are 1 minute 49 seconds left in the first half. It is a 13-6 contest, and the Panthers are ready to kick off. He's creeping up on it. Boom! There it goes. It's deep enough, almost over the head. And here comes the Eagles' speed. He bounces out to his right. He gets past one defender. There's a blocker ahead of him. Look at that speed go, and they finally bring him down. So we're going to have 1st and 10.
And that's too much yardage to give up on a kickoff, especially after you score a touchdown and you want to try to keep them pinned back into their own neck of the woods because you don't want to give them an opportunity to score before the end of the half.
Especially the way with Booby's been thrown to Will Martin. That's a combination that's been working for the Eagles. And if you are the Eagles, don't you have to do that with 1:41? You got to try go to the air, can't you?
You got to give it a go.
And the air game has been successful today so far for the Eagles. So let's see what they set up for. And that's exactly what it looks like they're doing. Justin Jones spreads them out, 2 to the left, 2 to the right, shotgun formation. Looks like a 4-4 defense for the Panthers.
They're thinking pass themselves.
Yep, single safety over the top, deep over the top. Waiting for the snap. Here comes the blitz. Justin Jones rolls out to his left. He's letting his feet. He gets rid of it. Caught!
Oh,
He's still on his feet.
What a catch.
What a beautiful catch.
What a catch.
Contact was made immediately, and he did what he had to do to hold on. Gain of about, 4 yards on that play?
Yeah, and, I'm really impressed by Maldonado there for the Eagles. That was a great catch.
Yeah, he's having a good game.
You got to give Booby some credit for being able to escape outside of the pocket because he absolutely had both edges broke down on that offensive line.
Yeah, the blitz came in and nobody stopped him. He had to use his feet to roll out, so he's going to go with the same formation. There's a snap, fades back, tries to step up in the pocket, and the Panthers are all over him and brings him down right back to the original line of scrimmage. So that's going to take us to 3rd and 10 after the sack. Boy, they did not need that if they were trying to score before halftime.
No, and it looks like maybe the Panthers are calling timeout here.
The Panthers are calling timeout?
Well, if I were the Eagles, I think I would be killing the clock, but the Eagles did take a timeout. You got 3rd and long, and you just kill the clock here. I don't think I would want to, leave the Panthers with a whole lot of time left on the clock to go in the second quarter.
Well, with less than a minute, maybe they're thinking they've got 2 plays left in them. They've gone for it on 4th down already once. The Panthers have gone for it on 4th down at least twice. So maybe they've got a plan.
Well, you saw the Panthers with that nice pass to Smoke, and they've been able to gain yardage almost at will.
All right, well, the Eagles' offense is ready to start, but the defense isn't because it's still a timeout.
I think in that situation you force the Panthers to use one of their timeouts if they want to try to get the ball back. Now, if you don't get a completion here or you don't get a first down, you're going to give the ball back to the Panthers, and they'll surely call a timeout.
Correct.
They'll surely call a timeout, and they'll probably have 49 to 47 seconds left.
All right, Justin Jones in a shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Here's the snap. He fades back. Here comes the pressure up the middle.
Oh, and that's a fumble.
Is that a fumble?
That's a
His
fumble.
arm was going forward, Kevin, but the Panthers pick it up. He's trying to surge his way to the touchdown. He gets brought down. Is that a turnover?
Yeah, they called it a fumble, and now we got a penalty in the play. Maybe we got a late hit.
We might have a personal foul situation going on here. Did they call it a turnover?
They did. I saw the referee throw his beanbag, which would indicate it was a fumble.
Boy, so with them giving up that ball on deep in their own territory, now the Panthers have another shot to put more points on with 40.4 seconds left in this game.
Well, Bo Harris just came off the edge there, and Booby didn't have any time whatsoever. And, it looked as though Booby was trying to get rid of the ball, but that would have been one that he would have been better just to hold on to and not try to force anything. He's got to put both hands on the ball there. I'm sorry, Booby, but that's just a play that he'll grow into that. Being quarterback's a new position for him as of last year, and those are the kind of things that he's a smart, talented ball player. He'll remember that play, and I don't think he'll make that mistake again.
Okay, here's the call by the white hat. Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Eagles. Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Panthers. Those will offset. It is a first down for the Colorado Panthers. Where are they spotting that ball? At the 15?
Looks like about the 14-yard line.
So with 40.4 seconds left in the first half, the Panthers are in scoring position. All right, it's taking a while. Let's see what they do. Of course, they're going to stay in the same formation. I formation, receivers left and right. It's been working all day.
Oh, I thought I saw another flag coming out.
But picking it up.
They were just retrieving the flag, that's all.
But they're still hovering over the ball, not letting them start. There we go. All right, still 40.4.
That's critical that the Eagles hold them to 3 points here in this situation.
All right, there's a snap, handoff. No, fakes, rolls left, throws, caught.
Incomplete.
No, he didn't hold on to it all the way to the ground. So that should stop the clock with 34.5 seconds left. And now we're looking at 2nd and 10. I mean, they can still get a first down, but with this little amount of time left, I don't know that that's the goal anymore. I think you just got to find a way to get 6. No, Coach?
Yeah, I think so. You got great field position here. You've got 2 timeouts left. I take that back. It looks like they've got 1 timeout left.
Yeah, and the Eagles are out of timeouts.
And I'm not sure, did they call him down back there, Eric?
They did what? Yeah, I can tell they backed him up.
They must have had a penalty, and I didn't see a flag down on that play.
Yeah,
that's a big 5 yards right there, though.
Because it still says first down.
Still first down.
If
so
there was a penalty, it would have been a loss of downs,
yeah.
Right? Well, it had to have been if it's still first down. All right, so 1st and 15. Ball on the 20.
It must have been a dead ball foul. I can't imagine accepting that penalty when you had an incomplete pass. Now you've given the Panthers an extra down here. And they've got to go end zone on every single play right here.
Yeah, but the Eagles have got 2 safeties over the top. And look, we're stacking tight ends to the left this time in an I formation, receivers left and right. 5 down lineman for the Eagles. Fakes the handoff. Here comes the pressure. Trying to get away and sacked on the play. Big loss there. Wonderful defensive play.
That's Eric McClam there.
Yeah, we said his name a couple times.
Yeah, he just came off the edge there. Great pursuit. Great way to hang on to the quarterback there. If if Barnes would have been able to get away, I believe he had somebody in the corner of the end zone there, but looks like maybe the Panthers are just going to let this go to half, even though they have a timeout. Well, maybe not. Here we go.
They wait with till 5.6 seconds left. I mean, they've went backwards on this drive, and now you're looking at second and forever. I don't know if they've got a kicker that can make this field goal.
This would be about a 43-yard field goal if that's what they're going to go for here. And it looks like they got Stephen Cowherd out here, who's a holder, so.
Ooh, that could be sneaky.
Yeah.
Yep, they're going to try for the field goal. Spotted right there at the
44 yards.
Yep, 44-yard field goal try.
See what kind of kicker we have here for the Panthers.
Can you see his number? Can't see his number.
He's kind of lining himself up like he's an experienced kicker. You know, last year we didn't have a kicker.
All right, kicker looks like he's ready. The holder's ready. He asked for it. The ball is down. The kick is up. And no good. It came up short. But that still leaves 1/10 of a second on the clock, Kevin. We're going to
1.1 seconds. We got one last play.
1.1 second. So the Eagles have a chance to score.
You know, why not take a chance with Will Martin?
Yeah.
He's been open. He's had single coverage, and that coverage has been dropped. And why not?
I've seen Will Martin beat double coverage before as well.
Yeah. Max protect in the backfield. Give Booby a little bit of time so he can rock and fire.
One final play for the half. It is still 13-6.
They haven't called Will Martin's
Panthers
name in the second quarter here, Eric.
No, you know, he had a great first quarter.
I don't even see him out there. I wonder if he's injured.
They're gonna run it out. They're not gonna take a chance.
Oh, we got offsides by Bo.
Oh.
Maybe we had offsides by Bo Harris, but we got to delay a game by the Eagles.
Is that what it is? Yeah, it's going backwards for the Eagles. They didn't lose any clock time, though.
Oh, we're going forward. Take that back deal. That flag was thrown by the back judge. That's normally delay a game.
Isn't that called the referee cha-cha?
I believe that's cha-cha. he's a great official. He really is.
All right. So now we're going shotgun. He was under center before. Max protection, Kevin. You might be getting what you want, but there's three deep defenders in the backfield. There's a snap handoff up the middle, and that will kill the first half with the score at 13-6. Panthers over the Eagles. And we'll see you after the break, and thank you for watching ColoradoSports.TV's presentation of the Colorado Football Conference. And welcome back to ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Football Conference. After the end of the first half and the start of the second, we are looking at a 13-6 contest. Panthers over the Eagles. We're about ready to kick off to start the beginning of the third quarter.
This could easily be a 20-6 ball game right now. You know, at the end of the second half, when the Eagles fumbled and the Panthers recovered on the 15-yard line and they couldn't score.
They ended up just going backwards on penalties.
They ended up going backwards, and let's see if that comes back to bite them.
Well, they're going to take over on offense to start the third quarter. And the wind is kicking a little bit up there on the field. The flag's blowing pretty hard, but the ball seems to be steady on the tee. So here it comes, and whoop. Nice kick coming down right around the 15-yard line. Bounces outside, back inside, and gets brought down right at around the 32-yard line.
And that's smoke.
33.
Smoke on the return there.
That's
good kick coverage there by the Eagles. I got to give them credit for that.
And that's Juwan Smoke. He's a weapon.
He's absolutely a weapon.
Yeah, you need to watch out for him. He's got speed to kill. All right, let's see how the Panthers open up. That I formation worked for them pretty well throughout the first half and got them to this 13-0 lead, or 13-6 lead. I apologize. And they were, if you recall, they were just pounding up the middle from the fullbacks to the running backs, and everything seemed to be working on the ground for them.
Yeah, and I think the linebackers for the Eagles got to make some adjustments here. I don't think they need to be crowding the line of scrimmage because they're just picking the wrong holes basically. They're not filling the right hole to stop and plug that dive play. You got to be a little bit more patient on those dive plays and plug the hole that they see that dive play coming from. They might give up 2 yards, but at least they won't be giving up 7.
That's true. I wonder what the delay is. Looks like I've got a coach coming out into the field. I have no idea what's going on. Do you, Kevin?
I don't know. For a second there, it looks like Levy Morrow had stepped back. I'm sure that he's a team captain.
Where is our chain crew? He needs to report back to the
Oh, here we go. We've got no chain crew out there to start the second half here, Eric.
Yeah, that will usually delay a game. If Scott had radio headsets, we could do the play-by-play and the chain at the same time. That would be amazing.
I could be the on-field reporter there.
That's a little outside my range.
Could do interviews, field interviews, and I'm not quite as pretty as some of those girls that ESPN has, though, on the sidelines.
No, you are not.
children in the end zone. You need to get into the stands immediately. Remove yourself.
All right.
Well, hopefully we'll have a chain crew here. If I was Sebastian, I don't think I would change anything. They started to mix some things up on the pass, and they definitely caught the Eagles off guard with a couple of those sprint left or sprint right passes by Barnes, where the Eagles were expecting a run. They were expecting that dive play. I mean, why wouldn't you? You hadn't stopped it, so you're trying to stop that play, and in the meantime, they change things up, and they throw deep to smoke.
All right, well, it looks like we're on a delay till we find the chain gang, so why don't we go ahead and take a break? And thank you for watching Colorado Sports TV's coverage of the Colorado Football Conference. And welcome back to ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Football Conference. We've got a chain crew, and we're ready to start the third quarter. Under center, I formation, nothing's changed. Handoff, fullback, pushing forward. Surgeon breaks through, gets more yardage after a good stiff arm, makes it out to about the 55-yard line. Excellent run up the middle by the fullback.
And again, that's just breaking tackles, surging through that defensive line, and the linebacker's not able to bring him down.
You know, that linebacker had a nice beat on him, and he used that stiff arm to make the drive keep going. Wonderful play to start the second half. All right, so that's going to take us to 1st and 10 right at the 42-yard line with 14 minutes, 25 seconds and ticking left in the third quarter. Quarterback breaks the huddle, and, of course, we're staying with the same formation. I formation, heavy line, receivers left and right, crowded box by the Eagles, waiting for the snap. Uh-oh, he drew him offsides.
We've got offsides by the Eagles there.
Yeah, they're playing it dead. Looks like the quarterback wanted to try and keep that play going. Where are they calling it on, Kevin? They got to call it on defense,
It's got to be offsides on the defense there. There they go. They're marking off 5 yards on the defense.
Yep, offsides by the defense. So it'll be 1st and 5. Did you see if Mondo's still on the field?
I cannot. There's Mondo, number 5. He is in the backfield right there.
He's at fullback.
I can't make out who's at fullback there.
All right, same formation. Receivers left and right. Stacked box for the Eagles, waiting for the snap. There it is, fullback up the middle, pushing, spins out of it, and I think he's got enough for the first down.
Another first down.
Yep, that same running attack is working for the Panthers. The Eagles didn't make the adjustments at halftime to make up for it.
That fullback dive, whether it's Mondo or the current fullback, the Eagles are just not able to stop that. Coach Funk, he's got to come up with something here to stop that play.
All right, so we're going to be looking at 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. We're breaking the huddle, and I really doubt we'll have a formation change. And, of course, we won't. I formation, receivers left and right. Kevin, is that a 5-3 defense that they're running? I can't know. It's a 4-3.
It's a 4-3. 4-3-4.
Oh, we got movement on the offensive line. The tight end took a step forward.
You got false start there on offense. Those are the kind of mistakes that I thought we would see in this first game. We've had an offsides and now a false start. Those are typical kind of penalties you get in a first game scenario. Players a little bit on edge, first game jitters. But we didn't see a whole lot of that in the first half.
No, we didn't. It was actually a pretty clean first half. All right, so now we're looking at 1st and 15 for the Panthers after the penalty, and, of course, we're in the same formation, waiting for the snap. And another flag.
Looks like we got another false start here. At least that's what the Eagles think.
See what we get here from the white hat. Yeah, they're moving it backwards, aren't they?
Well, see, I think they're trying to keep a little scuffle from happening out here as well.
Yeah, we're going to go false start against the Panthers. They started off so strong with the running game, and now they're getting in their own way of mistake after mistake after mistake. So, but we're still on 1st down. So it's going to be 1st down and 20 for the Panthers. They need a nice play here to make up that lost ground. So we're going to go I formation. Same defense with the 4-3.
That's Cam White. The linebacker keeps
There's a snap.
jumping up there. And that's the way you need to play that right there. Cam White, he stayed home. He waited for that dive play to happen, and he was able to make the tackle. They gained 2 yards, but nevertheless, that's better than giving up 8.
Very true. It was a good stop for them. So that's going to take us to, 3rd and 18 now. No, 2nd and 18. There we go. But you know what? If you notice, the Eagles are still keeping 2 safeties over the top in this 4-3. So they're trying to respect the passing game as well, even though there hasn't been much of it there. Probably that free safety's job is to read that run first, though, huh, Kevin?
Nah, that's my suspicion. They're going to stay in that base formation there.
Yeah. I formation, same formation by both teams, under center, waiting for the snap. There it is. Handoff, bounces outside. That's Mondo G doing what he does, spinning and fighting forward. Gain of about 4 yards on that carry. That Mondo just gets positive yardage almost every time he touches the ball.
Just a downhill runner there.
Yeah.
He took it out to the outside. That was a design play to the outside.
But those after those penalties, one after the other, We're now looking at 3rd and 13 for the Panthers. You got to throw. You just got to.
This is where I think you've got to throw the ball. You've got probably one-on-one coverage with Smoke. If you're the Eagles, you're probably going to have to blitz a little bit here.
All right, under center. Same formations, both sides. There's a snap. Fakes the handoff, rolls left, stops, pumps, throws, overthrown.
Yeah, I think there was a mix-up between the receivers there. You had 2 receivers in the same area, both Smoke and another receiver.
Well, considering that field goal try that we saw earlier, do you go for it or do you punt and pin him back deeper?
Well, I'm a little bit more of a conservative coach. I would probably punt it, maybe try to get him a little bit deeper. You have the lead right now.
Yeah, maybe start playing a field position battle.
Your defense has been holding strong here, especially after that first drive that they gave up. But it looks like the Panthers are going to go for it.
Yeah, it sure does. Wait, does that say 4th down? Yeah, it does. Yep, they sure are.
So maybe
4th and 13. I formation, receivers left and right, 2 safeties over the top. The defensive backs are playing back, waiting for the snap. We're going to hand it off up the middle. Oh, no, faked. Threw it to the ground. There's a flag on the play, or was that a mouthpiece? Was that a flag? Something went up in the air over there.
Something came out there. I'm not quite sure what it was. If flag, the referees are talking. Let's see if we had anything there.
Did we get a free play now, or?
Looks like we had an ineligible man downfield. That's going to be declined.
Yeah, so we've got a turnover on downs by the Englewood Eagles defense, and Justin Jones will come back. Now, you know, they've actually got a 3-headed monster at quarterback right now. I know Justin started the game and has been in it so far, but they also have Jake Gardner. And I know they recently signed a quarterback this last week that supposedly looks pretty good. So is that Booby?
That looks like Booby. He's got those gold shoes on out there.
Yeah. So he keeps the start. He's going to go shotgun formation.
Got those split backs. That's kind of been a positive formation for the Eagles.
There's a snap, handoff up the middle. He's got room, breaks the tackle, first down, and then more.
We got a penalty in the backfield, Eric. Usually in the area of holding, which will be a devastating call for the Eagles in this situation right here.
Yeah, because that was a great play. And I saw the defensive backs, the secondary of the Panthers were playing pretty deep. And they do get a holding call.
That was a great run play. You know, the snap was a little low. Booby made an athletic play on that just to get the handoff off. And it's too bad that it had to come back on a holding call there. But again, the running game for the Eagles is looking sharp as well.
Yeah, you know, their passing game started pretty good too. There we go. Shotgun formation. Receivers left and right, waiting for the snap. There it is. Handoff up the middle. White jerseys all over him, stuffing him. He got right back to the line of scrimmage. They were expecting that?
I think they were expecting that play right there. That was just the same play, but to the other side.
All right, so that should bring us to 2nd down.
You've got Will Martin on the outside here, and he's got one-on-one coverage.
So Will's back in.
And the defensive back is playing. He's shading him inside a little bit, and you know that Will, he can take the ball deep. If Booby gets some time here.
Well, that's what that formation is all designed for, right? So let's see if they can give him the protection he needs. 2 receivers left and right, shotgun formation. There's a snap. Slant play, caught.
That's Will Martin.
And brought down. Is that fumble?
Looks like that's a fumble.
Yeah, well, not just a fumble, but a fimble.
It was a fumble.
Is a fumble when you recover your own fumble? Because the Eagles still have possession after he drops that ball.
Save that one for the highlight reel, for the bloopers there.
Yeah. All right.
That was, I think that was Cam, number 44, that came up with that. He's been playing linebacker.
Well, Cam's an athlete. You could play him on both sides of the ball. All right, so this is third and very long, 3rd and 15 play for the Englewood Eagles. That slant was open if Will just could have held on to it, man. All right, same formation, both sides. 3rd and 15, 8 minutes, 37 seconds ticking. Still 13-6. Waiting for the snap is Booby. He takes it. He fades back. Here comes the pressure. Throws it. Almost intercepted on the play. But that's going to bring up 4th down for the Eagles. Have we seen the Eagles punt yet today?
We have seen the Eagles punt.
Okay.
They had that kind of line drive punt that
That's right.
netted about 50 yards on the bounce there. Not sure what the referees are talking about here.
Yeah, because the chain guy is still on 4, isn't he? Or still on 3rd.
Did we have a penalty right there? And it looks like, well, the umpire is setting the ball.
Yeah, no, it's 4th down. Nothing's changed. We're getting ready to punt. I don't think that's not Smoke going back there for the return. All right, looks like we're about set.
You know, this is a situation where special teams could be key in this game right here. A breakdown here or there.
Nice punt coming down right around the 40. Takes a Panther bounce or an Eagle bounce. They're calling it dead. Where are they going to spot that there? Looks like they're putting it right around the 37-yard line. So now the Panthers are going to take over on offense.
We've got a flag down.
Do we really?
Eric, I'm not sure what that would be unless it's holding on the receiving team or an illegal block. Yeah, we've got holding on the Panthers. That'll back them up 10 yards.
All right, so the Panthers are going to take over right at their own 30-yard lines after the penalty.
So in a first half where we had very few penalties, now we're getting a lot of penalties.
It's like they're making up for lost time. All right, same formation, I formation. Receivers left and right. 4-3 defense going on for the Eagles.
They do have press coverage here.
Looks like the blitzer's trying to get in there. Handoff, bounces outside, cuts back inside, pushes forward. Another gain of about 5 yards. Gets it right back to the 35 there. That's what the Panthers have been doing all day.
Yeah,
4 or 5 yards at a time.
Yeah.
And driving down the field. And these Eagles are just having a hard time stopping it. Incredibly hard time.
Well, and again, this is you can see a significant improvement in
Both
the offensive
teams.
line from the Panthers.
Oh, yeah. Both teams look completely different than what they did last year. They're both far more talented than they were. All right, same formations, both sides. 7 minutes, 31 seconds of ticking on the clock. It's still a 13-6 affair. Handoff fullback brought down. Gain of about 2.
Yeah, and again, you know, I see Cam, number 44, he's crashing the hole, but he's picking the wrong hole. I think he needs to be a little bit more patient. This is a big third down play here for both teams.
Yeah, very true. Still a very close affair at 13-6. I am getting updates, though. The last score update I just received was it's the Pirates versus the Northern Colorado Nightmare. They're tied up at 12 in the third quarter. And then there's another evening game going on here in the Colorado Football Conference where the Steel City Rage drove up from Pueblo to play the Lakewood, Colorado Seminoles, and the Rage are up 21-0 at half. And we are at a 13-6 affair with 6 minutes, 27 seconds left in the third quarter.
Well, we got fourth down and a yard right here. And, again, it looks like the Panthers are going to go for it. And, in this situation, they haven't been able to stop your run game.
Right.
So here comes Mondo. You've either got a fullback dive here or you've got to run up the gut to Mondo. They've got a yard to make. Again, if you're playing defense, that's what you're banking on. But yet, on the other hand, the way Barnes has been able to throw the ball and Smoke's been able to get loose.
Yeah, anything can happen here. But I think we know, they know, the people in the stands know this is going to be a running play. Waiting for the snap. They're crowding the line. There it is.
Oh, they stopped him short.
Oh, I don't know. He surged forward. That's a pretty generous spot.
Oh, and then we got
a flag. There was a late hit on the quarterback after the handoff. That might be it there. Let's see what the White House says. Wow.
Well, the Eagles had pretty good pressure there coming up the middle.
They sure did.
And they almost stole that handoff right there. I'm wondering, if they're trying to call, are they pointing in the direction of the Panthers?
Okay, what do we got here, Kevin?
We've got a dead ball in sportsmanlike conduct on the Panthers. That's huge.
Yep. Do they still keep the first down, though? Even though
they gained the first down, so it's a dead ball. They're still going to have a first down, but they're going to get backed up 15 yards. I'm seeing fourth down on the box here.
Well, they just called the penalty, so they'll have to reset. It should be first down.
Should be first down and 10. I think that's what's happening here. They're going to move the chains back. Because they gained the first down, and then the dead ball penalty would result in a 15-yard loss, but net result is first and 10 with a 15-yard penalty.
Yep, the referees got it under control now.
Thanks to that stellar chain crew that's out there.
You making fun of the chain crew, Kevin?
No, I'm glad to see him out there. Otherwise, we'd still be delayed.
Oh, don't say that. All right, now we're ready to start the clock. And I wouldn't be surprised if there was not a change in formations by either team, and there's not. Still a 4-3 defense against an I formation, but we're looking at first and 10.
Oh, we got an offset I now.
Oh, we do, don't
A
we?
little change up here.
Here comes the blitzer, meets the fullback, running back takes it, surges forward, gain of about 3 yards.
And again, that's just Cam. He's trying to he is getting pressure in the backfield here, but he's picking the wrong hole. I think he's got to be a little bit patient. He will stop that dive play, but he's got to pick the hole after he sees where the ball is going to.
Yeah, but he could be assigned to hit that gap, though. And you're just taking a chance, aren't you?
Well, you're taking a chance, but then you've got to have another linebacker that can come up and fill that other hole.
All right, no formation change by either team. 4-3 versus I formation. Pitch outside right. He's got blockers trying to surge forward. Is the ball on the ground?
He fumbled. I think the Eagles have the ball.
There's a scramble on the field. I can't see yet where they're going to give it to. Waiting on the refs to say.
Oh, Eagles ball.
Yep.
That's the kind of
great defensive play there by the Englewood Eagles to take over in Panther territory with 4 minutes, 16 seconds left in the third quarter.
Again, this could be a situation where you recall in the first half where the Panthers had the ball first and 10 at the 15-yard line and they didn't take advantage of it.
Correct.
And now the Eagles get the ball inside Panthers territory. We could be at a 13-13 tie here.
And if it wasn't for the mistakes on this particular drive, the turnover wouldn't be so deep as where it is because they were driving. They were almost to midfield, and those penalties after penalties moving them backwards as well.
Absolutely.
Giving the Eagles excellent field position. First and 10 at about the 29-yard line of the Panthers.
We got a three-back formation here, a diamond formation it looks like.
Everybody's thinking run. Waiting for the snap as Booby takes it left side.
That's
White
Cam.
jerseys everywhere, and flags are thrown in the air.
Again, another holding call, it looks like.
That's usually an indication when you see the flag coming from the back jersey or the. Now, see, that's interesting. They've got. Explain that to me, Kevin. For those of you who do not know, Kevin is a referee, a high school ref. They've got an 8-man team here today.
So they put the umpire in the backfield as well, and then they've got a center judge, is what they call him, which is a position that would normally be the umpire if you look at the NFL or high school. But that 8th official becomes the center judge, is what they call him. The umpire is in the backfield.
Okay. All right. I was just showing a report. There's a very vicious-looking thunderstorm heading in our direction. That could cause quite a delay in the game if it hits us, but it seems to be about how far out? About 5 miles, 10 miles out? About 5, 10, yeah, about 5, 10 miles out. But it's creeping up on us. It doesn't look like it's going to. But there's the heart of it, though. The heart's pretty far south.
Yeah, but that's like.
Yeah, we're definitely going to have some weather coming.
Right now, you guys can hear me, but the audience can
Okay. That's perfect.
I'm only going to be right here.
All right, I missed what was going on looking at that weather report, Kevin.
See a little lightning to the south of us there, but that was decent protection for Booby there. I think he had the right read, and it looked like the defensive back was maybe grabbing a hold of the jersey just a little bit, but the side judge over there didn't call any pass interference or holding on that particular play.
All right, so 2nd down and 20 for the Eagles. Same diamond formation. This is new for the Eagles. Under center's Booby, waiting for the snap. Oh, he draws him off sides with contact in the backfield as well.
That whole defensive line came off sides there.
Yeah, that had to have been a heck of a snap count to get all those guys to get moving like that. Yeah, and now I'm looking at that flag. It's blowing pretty briskly down there. So, from what that weather report looked like, yeah, there's another flash. Did you see it?
I did.
The storm is coming our way. It's heading right in our direction, too, coming right towards us.
The stadium is equipped with lightning detectors, so if it comes within a certain distance, they do have an audible alarm that goes off, and then you have an automatic 30-minute delay.
For every strike after. All right, run right side. He stays on his feet. Gains, about 4 yards on that carry. That was a hard-fought 4 yards, too.
That was a good run, off tackle.
Yes. Yeah, that's right. The stadium is equipped. You'll hear a horn blowing once a flash is within a certain radius of the stadium. Then it'll automatically cause a delay. All right, late substitution for the Panthers on defense. Booby still got him in that huddle. He finally breaks it up.
Well, and again, I don't see Will Martin out there in this formation.
Yeah, neither do I. 3 in the backfield for the Eagles. Single receiver out to the left. Under center's the quarterback. There's the snap. Here comes the blitz. He rolls left. Has to stop and sacked. Ball's on the ground. There's a fight for it. That could be Panthers ball. They're scrumming underneath there trying to figure out who can get it.
That's Booby, I think that was a design rollout. He just happened to run right into the pressure coming off the edge there. If he would have rolled to the opposite direction, I think he would have had plenty of time. So, again, a design play, and it just wasn't executed very well, and good defense by the Panthers.
So, yeah, the Eagles kept possession. Is that correct?
Looks like recovered by the Eagles, and they're in punt formation.
They need to start running the clock. Knock on the window, would you? Run the clock. Tell them run the clock like this. This is run the clock. There we go. There we go. Now the clock's running. That's that white hat's got a good shoulder work out there trying to get the clock to start again.
Well, I don't know. Do you have chain crew issues here, but timing issues as well. And
You can tell it's the first game of the regular season.
If I didn't have a torn Achilles tendon, I might go down there and help them out a little bit as far as officials go. But they've got
you
it.
Want to be the ninth ump out there?
Yeah, I'm sure they've got plenty out there.
Yeah.
I do know several of the guys out there. And, you know, we do have a pretty good, talented crew of officials out there.
Yeah, we do.
Some of the crews in the CFC take a lot of heat, but there are some crews in the CFC that are officials that are a very good officiating crew.
You know what? Being an official, Kevin, don't you just know that that's part of the job? You're going to take heat.
You know, and absolutely, you anticipate the heat. You got to accept the heat. You know, the other thing too is people don't recognize that officials are competitive as well, and they build up just as much adrenaline as players on the field do too. But they've got to hold that adrenaline in check.
No, they're just as much part of the game. Fumble on the snap. It looks like the quarterback fell right back on it. Bad exchange. This takes us to 2 minutes left in the third quarter.
We had no rain in the hourly breakdown.
Oh. But you can see it. All right, so that's going to take us to 2nd and 10 after the bobbled exchange. I formation, receivers left and right. There's a snap. Met in the backfield by a gang of black jerseys, and the Eagles defense finally stopped that formation.
Well, and again, that was Cam White there. He got into the backfield. This time he guessed the right hole, and he just bowled right through there.
Yep, and then the rest of his team had to, help him with the cleanup on that. Now we're going to be looking at 3rd and 12 for the Colorado Panthers.
Let's see if Sebastian changes something up here because the Eagles, I think, are starting to snuff out that dive play a little bit.
Yeah, so on 3rd and 12, they don't change the formation, and neither do the Eagles. We're going I, receivers left and right. Crowded box for the Eagles, waiting for the snap. There it is. Fakes the handoff, rolls out to his left. He's got a blocker. Throwing deep over the middle and overthrown. That is going to be incomplete and into double coverage, too.
Into double coverage. He's trying to hit smoke on the 9 route. You call it a skinny post, too, for that matter. But you did. He threw it into double coverage. And, again, he rolled out. He rolled out to his left and threw back to his right.
Yeah, that's a tough throw to make, isn't it? A little harder to be accurate under those conditions, I would think. So
I think the Eagles were kind of ready for that one as well.
Well, with 37.4 seconds left in the third quarter, it's still a 13-6 game, and the Eagles' defense has stepped up big on that drive, and now it's time for special teams and offense to take advantage of the situation. All right. Yeah, waiting for them to get the acts together here. Now the Panthers are ready. The Eagles are ready. The punter's ready. He gets it. It was high. Then puts his foot in it. It's high but short. Takes a Panther bounce to the 50, and he picks it up and gets brought down right away.
Boy, he gets lucky there.
No, that's a dangerous play.
You're not going to pick up a whole lot of yardage by doing something like that. And in fact, those are one of those gamble plays that are usually not worth it.
Yeah, I mean, he's just trying to do something for his team to pick him out, but it's a dangerous thing to do. But he kept the possession, and the Eagles are going to take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
We've got holding against the receiving team. Against the Eagles, they're going to back them up 10 yards.
Oh, that's what they didn't need.
We've got a sideline warnings on the Panthers as
You know what? I know you've been doing a lot of refereeing. Did you do a lot of sideline work?
I didn't do a lot of sideline work. I'm typically either the white hat or an umpire.
Not even in your early years?
Not even in my early years.
That's got to be a tough spot for a referee. You're watching the play, running down the field, and get bumped into by a player.
In high school, it's a lot of fun, to be honest with you. You get to interact with the kids. Something you can't do on the sidelines. When I did work the sidelines, you get more interaction from the coaches.
Right.
Of course, because they're in your ear.
Sure.
But the kids on the field, you have a lot of fun with them. You get to talk to them quite a bit. And then you're right there in the middle of the action as well.
All right, we're going shotgun formation to the left, to the right. We have a change at quarterback. That's got to be Jake Gardner. Waiting for the snap. There it is. Handoff, running right. He's got a hole. Makes people miss. Finally brought down. Gain of about 8 yards on that.
That is Jake out there. And again, that looks like that's Cam running the rock.
Boy, Cam's doing a lot of work tonight, isn't he?
Yeah, he sure is.
And he's doing a good job at it.
Looks like we're going to get into the quarter here.
And we are. That's going to be the end of the third quarter. We are still at 13-6 with the Panthers over the Eagles. And as they switch sides, we'll take a break. And thank you for watching ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Football Conference. And welcome back to Colorado Sports TV's coverage of the Colorado Football Conference. It is 13-6 at the beginning of the fourth quarter. Shotgun formation, quick throw out left. Caught, making moves. He's got it to the 40. He's got a blocker in front of him. Finally gets pushed out around the 33-yard line.
And that's just Jake getting rid of the ball quickly there. He had nice flare. Will Martin out in front blocking.
Okay, I've got a scoring update. It's 19-12. Nightmare. And that's the end. This is the final score, it looks like. So the Northern Colorado Nightmare traveled down from Greeley to play the Pirates at Englewood High School and take home a victory, 19-12, against the Pirates. I knew that'd be a close affair, too. Sounds like a pretty competitive affair.
Well, I know that Anthony Rankin went up there to play for the Nightmare.
Yeah, he sure did.
And that was a huge loss for the Pirates for Anthony to go. Oh, my goodness.
Fumble on the play.
Bad pitch. Great defensive play by Bo Harris there. He batted that pitch down and was able to recover it.
All right, Kevin, I'm going to have to ask you to take over for a little bit. I've got some commissioner duties that I have to do, and I'll be back as soon as I possibly can, okay? All right, thank you, Kevin.
Well, with that, we'll take a little time out here. See what I can do about play-by-play. Well, maybe we'll stay live for this particular play right here.
I can try to jump in and help you, but I'm not very good. I'm no Eric.
Well, we got the same formation by the Panthers here. I formation. Got a late substitution here by the Eagles. Player running off the field here.
Ooh, that was almost offsides by the Eagles.
Almost had offsides. Nice run play by Mondo.
He's able
looks like he picks up about 11 yards again. That's off tackle there.
Yeah, that was a nice run. He was just able to muscle his way through to An 11-yard gain here. It's going to bring us about to the 34-yard line.
Looks like we've got an injury on the field here for the Eagles.
Yeah.
Can't make out a number here.
Number 78 for the Eagles is down. Looks like. Yep, 78. He's holding his left knee, so hopefully it's not going to be anything too serious.
Looks like that's Fred Boning, if I
Could
read
just
that
be
correctly.
cramps, too.
Well, you know, these guys, these offensive and defensive linemen, they do play both ways quite a bit. And you can see where there would be a scenario where players would tighten up, cramp up, and so forth.
Are you back? We are, but we can go on break.
Yeah, let's go on break. All right, we're going to take a break. Thank you for watching ColoradoSports.TV. And welcome back to Colorado Sports TV's coverage of the Colorado Football Conference.
It's good to have you back, Eric. We missed you on that a couple of plays there, right there.
Did you? I'm sure you covered well.
I
didn't
was
you?
quite nervous, to be honest with you.
Is that why your palms are a little sweaty?
Well, and I pronounced Fimble again, and
All right. Well, the Panthers go in I formation, receivers left and right. Same defensive front for the Eagles. It's 13 minutes, 41 seconds left. There's the flag. Was it a delay game?
we've got a false start
false start against the Panthers. They're making a lot of mistakes in the second half that they weren't making in the first half.
Well, and that really goes for both teams. You think about the holding calls that were against the Eagles when they had some great runs.
Yeah, they sure did. So now that takes us to 1st and 15 for the Panthers. And that storm that looked like it was coming, clouds have finally covered the moon, but I haven't seen any flashes in a while, so we might get a break from that. I formation, receivers left and right, waiting for the snap. There it goes, fullback up the middle, push, and finally gets brought down. Gain of about 3 on that play.
Eric, we don't have number 89 on our roster. I'm trying to figure out who that is because he's doing a phenomenal job at fullback for the Panthers. In the first quarter there, they had Mondo lined up at fullback, and now they bring in this kid, number 89. We've got a penalty against the Eagles.
Oh, well, that'll help the situation.
Looks like that was a dead ball. Personal foul or unsportsmanlike conduct, one of the two. Again,
is that a 15-yard variety, huh?
A mistake made by the Eagles there.
Yep, and that'll give us 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line, it looks to be. We're going to start the clock. 13 minutes exactly. We're still at 13-6. Panthers over Eagles. Now change the formation. 2 receivers to the left. Quick blitz. Ball's on the ground.
We've got to recover by the
Eagles
Eagles.
recovers. Beautiful defensive play by the Eagles after giving up a big penalty. They turn it over with a blitzing linebacker, forcing a fumble from the quarterback. Recovered, and the Eagles will take over. Boy, this is a close game.
This is going to come down to the wire right here, and I could not make out who that was. I thought initially that was Cam busting through the line there, but it was number 18 who made that recovery, and I don't have a number 18 on my roster here.
Well, did you notice if Jake is in there or if Booby went in the huddle?
It looks like that's Jake in the huddle there.
All right, so Jake Gardner breaks the huddle, and it looks like they're going to air it out because we're going to go shotgun formation. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Eagles are in the 4-3. No, they're still in that 4-4 defense, waiting for the snap. Draws them off sides. The flags go up. Good snap count there by Jake Gardner to draw him off.
Jake is a savvy quarterback. You know, when he played for the Pirates a few years ago and with the Greyhawks as well.
Correct.
He's a smart guy.
Yes.
Very talented.
Very fast.
And he likes to get out there and he likes to get physical.
I've seen him hand off in a shotgun formation on a outside run, and he ended up becoming the lead blocker on the play. And he just used the speed to get out there. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right, 4-4 defense for the Panthers. There's a snap, fakes the pass, rolls out right, letting his feet do the work, and he gets caught from behind and is sacked. Big defensive play for the Colorado Panthers.
That was just good pursuit, continued pursuit there. Jake obviously didn't have any place to go. He felt like.
Yeah, it looks like he was trying to find somebody to get open, and it just wasn't there, so he tried to use his feet, and he got caught from behind. All right, so that's it's a pretty hefty loss on that play. But is it still second down, Kevin, or is it third?
I was thinking it was third down here.
No, it should be second after the penalty. That was the play after the penalty.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
Mm-hmm. So we're looking at second and about 13 for Jake, and he's going to still spread him out in a shotgun to the left, 2 to the right. Looks like they're going to blitz, and they do. Jake steps up, throws it short.
And he had plenty of time to make that throw as well.
He did, and there was room on the inside of that play. If he just could have got that ball there, it could have been pretty effective.
It was a nice pass on his part there, but not sure if there was a miscommunication on the route that should have been ran there. But Jake was looking for a little in cut.
So now this puts him in a tough situation. 3rd and 13, down by 7 points, with only 11 minutes 50 seconds left in this game. Now might be the time for Jake to capitalize on this. 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right, a shotgun. There's a snap. Fades back. Here comes the pressure. Throws outside. It's high and incomplete. Now that's going to bring up 4th down and force the Eagles to punt.
That was a good play again by DeAndre. Good pursuit on his part right there.
Even if that receiver was able to make the catch.
I don't think he would have made the first down.
No.
And that's the one thing with DeAndre is he's got the speed. He's got closing speed. And he's just a good athlete. I know he's been looking for a leadership role with this team, and he's probably found it this year especially.
All right, we're ready for the punt on 4th down. There's a snap. The punt is high. It's a nice one coming down past the returner. Takes they're going to let it roll out of bounds. No, it's going to get down right at around the 21-yard line. And that's where the Panthers will take over. So as they switch sides, we're going to take a break. And thank you for watching ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Football Conference. Yeah. And welcome back to Colorado Sports TV's coverage of the Colorado Football Conference. And after some excellent defense by the Panthers, they're going to take over 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line. Same I formation, handoff, hit
Oh, my
hard.
goodness. Now, that was a pop right there.
Yeah.
Trying to see who that was. That was a form tackle.
Beautifully done. Loss of about 1 yard on the play. So that's going to take us a 2nd and 11. The Eagles look like they're finally shutting down. That's
looks like number 55, Travis Elbert there. If I'm getting my numbers correct. Of course, I am a referee, so, of course, we're blind. So.
And you're prone to make mistakes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So.
Now, somebody has to train to be a referee, or you're just born to make mistakes?
Well, you gotta fail 2 eye exams. That's first.
Eye formation. Uh-oh, we got movement. Flags are in the air.
Looks like we've got
a false start. The Panthers are continuing their mistakes. 2 eye tests. All right, so that's going to take it to 2nd and about, what does that get, 15?
It's like 2nd and 15.
Yeah, 2nd and 15. Taking a long huddle are the Panthers.
You get to study for that eye test as well, so if you miss the E, I, F, and backwards E, it's,
It's your own fault, huh?
It
Yeah, you've had a chance to study.
Yeah, it explains
Blitzing
your ineptitude.
linebacker in the backfield. Is the ball on the ground? No, they're still trying to take the running back down. They
Wrestling
finally
for that.
do. Gain of about 1. That was a great blitz by the linebacker.
That was a good
there.
blitz. They're starting to read that and time that count there. And again, that was number 55. He's kind of stepping up for Cam there on this particular drive.
Wow, it doesn't look like they give him any yardage. Right back to the line of scrimmage.
That must be his assignment.
So we're looking at 3rd and 15 play right here for the Panthers. It's been a lot of defense today. They're giving up plays and then shutting it down when they need to. Both teams are. Because we've been at 13-6 for a while, and we're at 9 minutes, 41 seconds and ticking on the clock.
Well, and mistakes have not helped either team here in the second half either. Whereas in the first quarter especially, we had a clean first quarter. Both teams were able to drive the ball fairly well.
All right, I formation. Heavy line. Handoff up the middle, met by the linebacker, brought down, gain of about 3 yards on that play.
See, now the Eagles changed their
There's
assignment.
another flag.
I think we're going to have a personal foul or a late hit on sportsmanlike conduct on the Panthers. But the defensive line for the Eagles, they've changed to a 3 front. They've widened their gaps. They're allowing their linebackers to make plays at the line of scrimmage, and this is kind of what I was preaching for in that first quarter, that first half. We've got a dead ball personal foul against the Panthers, and that doesn't help. The Eagles are going to end up with good field position here. They've got to take advantage
There's
of it.
Another flag in the air now.
I think we've got a unsportsmanlike conduct on the bench for the Panthers. That's going to back them up half the distance to the goal.
Let's see what the White House says here. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Panthers.
Yeah, that's going to back them up inside the 5-yard line here.
Wow.
Big turn.
Yeah, and that's what they don't need right now to give the Eagles a chance to get themselves back in this game with 9 minutes, 8 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and they're going to be putting deep into the back of their own end zone. We got returners hovering around the 35-yard line of the Panthers.
Well, it looks like the Eagles are setting up for a return here. Panthers have to call a timeout here, Eric.
They're
players.
unorganized on special teams. So as they take a break, we'll go ahead and take a break. And thank you for watching ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Football Conference. And welcome back to ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Football Conference. It's still a tied affair, 13-6, with 8 minutes, 50 seconds left in this game. Putting deep in their end zone. Line, drive, punt. And he's going to try to return it. Did he touch it?
He touched it. Bad. Just a mistake.
Another flag on the field, and that's going to be against the Panthers again.
Well,
how does that one work? If it was after the turnover.
Well, it would be, if it's a dead ball foul, it's going to be the Panthers' ball. But if it's during the play, they'll replay the play, and the Eagles will have gotten really lucky. Let's see what the referees have to say. A mistake by the Eagles. Special teams.
What was the personal foul?
I haven't seen anything.
There we go. Unsportsmanlike conduct.
On the Eagles.
Oh.
That's going to give him 15 yards after the fumble recovery.
Wow.
That's a huge turn right there.
Yeah, I mean, the Eagles had an opportunity there to take possession on the Panther side of the field.
They would have had the ball approximately the 30-yard line. Even if he would have let that ball go, which he should have done, he should have just let it dribble to a stop. And the Eagles would have had great field position to start a drive here with 8 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, instead he tries to pick it up, and then he fumbles it.
And then he fumbled it.
All right. High formation for the Panthers. They have a chance to put this game out of reach. Fimbled it. There's that T-shirt idea by our producer, Scott. I didn't see what happened there.
Well, we had a direct snap to Mondo, and that the snap was low. And this is where the Panthers don't need to go with trickery. They've been able to run the ball well. They didn't need to have a direct snap, and it just cost them 7 yards.
You know, and they're ahead. They've got 7-point lead. Time is on their side. You know, I'm not a coach, but I think it makes sense just to run this clock.
Well,
but
now
instead, they got receivers left and right.
And they're
going to throw.
Formation.
They're going deep over the top. Incomplete. And that stops the clock.
Trying to hit smoke on a fly, a 9 route there, but I'm not sure why you go away from the run game right now.
Maybe they're trying to make a statement because, you know what, we haven't really touched on this. But you know just as well as I do that there were a number of former Panther players from last year that are now Eagles. And there could be a little bit of an addition to the rivalry, and maybe they're just trying to make a statement to those players. All right.
Well, I know that Vic went over there, Booby went over there, and I think Devontae Mills went over there to the Eagles as well.
I think that's right. Okay, handoff up the middle.
They've been able to stop that dive play now.
Yeah, the Eagles finally got control of it. Just got an update on the weather report. It seems that storm that was headed right in our direction has blown east of us, and we're going to be safe. So we don't have to worry about a lightning delay. Got close, though. We can see the flashes.
Fourth down, Eric. I'm still seeing third. No, there it is. Fourth down on the box.
Wow. So it's what, 4th and 15?
So the Panthers try to get cute.
And the Eagles' defense holds strong.
Yeah, and the Eagles' defense held strong.
It's hard to disagree with you, Kevin. I mean, when you got the lead and you're this close to the end of the game.
You've been able to run the rock straight down their mouth. But there again, I mean, maybe Coach Chun, he's thinking, you know, these guys have been able to stop and they're figuring out this run game, so we got to try something different here.
Yeah. Another flag.
Looks like we've got an illegal substitution. That'll be 5 yards on the Panthers. Just backing up.
You know what? These mistakes by the Panthers is what's giving the Eagles a chance to stay in this game.
Absolutely.
And
not scoring in that, recovering that fumble in the second quarter with less than a minute to go inside the 15.
Yep, you predicted it might come back to haunt them, and now we are at 6 minutes, 52 seconds left in the game, and they're punting away. Here comes the pressure. He gets it off. Oh, and the returner barely gets underneath it, but does. So now the Eagles will take over 1st and 10 right at the, was it the 44? Yeah, it looks like, or are they going to put it at the 45? The side judge can't figure it out.
Well, this is an area where special teams is not focused in on very much. Even the Greyhawks, Rashad Ray, he doesn't focus in on special teams that much either, but you can certainly see what his teams do.
Oh, yeah. And I failed to report that game. The Greyhawks and the Punishers opened our season for us today at noon at Mountain Time today, and the Greyhawks, being the 3-time CFC champion and the reigning minor league football news national champions, did what they're supposed to do and blew out the Punishers at a score of 70-0. All right, looks like a pro set. Under center,
we've got a new
back,
quarterback here.
Hand off, bounce outside right. He's got maybe 2 yards on the carry.
That's Booby back in at quarterback here.
Yeah, you know what? They gave Jake a chance, and
they did. They gave him a chance. Maybe they had to, talk to Booby just a little bit, kind of get his nerves under control.
All right, so now we're going to be looking at 2nd and 8.
Referees are stopping the clock here.
He ran out of bounds?
Must have ran out of bounds here.
All right, so Justin Jones, same formation, 2 running backs in the backfield, receivers left and right.
We haven't seen Will Martin here in the second half. There's a great dive play right there. That's been the bread and butter for the Panthers. And the Eagles ran that a couple times.
Was that a direct snap?
No, it was just a great dive play.
Because Booby put his hands up like it was snapped over his head. He should have got the first down though.
Looks like the Panthers have called timeout.
All right. Well, while they take a break, we'll take a break. And thank you for watching ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Football Conference. And welcome back to Colorado Sports TV's coverage of the Colorado Football Conference. All right, so what is the
third and one?
3rd and 1?
3rd and 1.
Wow.
There's
Hand
a handoff
off
to Vic.
fullback, pushing it forward. He's got the first down and more.
That's what Vic is good for. He can pound that rock. He can get those 2-3 yards that you need just to get a first down. He needs a heavy load.
He is. He's hard to bring down. All right, so that's going to bring up 1st and 10 for the Eagles with 6 minutes, 6 seconds left in the game. It's still a 13-6 affair. So this needs to be a scoring drive here for the Eagles now, don't you think?
I think they need to score on this now. Here's the question. Special teams again.
Yeah. But you got to take advantage of this opportunity because the clock is ticking down. Same formation for the Eagles. Booby under center, waiting for the snap. He takes it. Quick pass.
Oh, it's knocked down.
Batted down.
He's trying to hit Will Martin on a zero route there. And Will probably had 10 yards had Booby been able to complete that.
And maybe not more, if not more, because Will's very good at yards after the catch. He makes people miss when he's got possession. So this should be 2nd and 10 now for the Eagles. All right. Booby breaks the huddle. 2 receivers left and right, tight end left side. Pro set. Crowded line by the Panthers. Looks like they're going for the blitz. Nope, they fade back. Booby's got time. Over the top. Caught! He's moving to the 20, 15, cuts inside to the 5. Touchdown, Eagles!
That was a great play by the Eagles there. You had a stop and go by Will Martin. Great pump fake by Booby. And then he just drilled Will Martin between the coverage, and Will did the rest after that.
So that takes us to 12-13 with 5 minutes, 30 seconds. With the extra point try still to come. Wonderful play.
Timeout by the Eagles. This extra point is huge here.
Yeah, and the wind is blowing pretty good. I'm looking at that flag. So I'll tell you what, as they take the timeout, we will as well. And thank you for watching ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Football Conference. And welcome back to ColoradoSports.TV's coverage. And are they going to go for 2? They're going to try to win this game, huh?
I don't see a kicker out there. I see Booby out there. I formation.
What a gamble here. You know, you could take the extra point and tie the game.
Now they've got to call timeout again. We've got a mistake in assignments by the offensive line. It looks like not knowing
who called
what the play
timeout?
was. The Eagles called timeout on the last.
They can't call timeout back-to-back.
They can.
They can.
They can.
That's an NCAA rule.
That's an NCAA rule. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Well, I guess we can keep breaking. You want to take another break? Yeah, let's just stay on. We'll talk about. I don't know if you caught this, but you probably weren't watching because you were in the other box. But Kevin came up with a word today. It's no longer fumble; it's fimble.
We've got a fimble. It's a new definition here.
You know, we were actually just talking about the decision that's being made here by the Eagles. By the way, Stephanie Fisher, general manager for the Eagles, is joining us over here in the box, and we're just talking about, you know, whether you take the extra point to tie this game or whether you go for the 2 here, which it looks like they're trying to do. It's a risky call, very risky call.
And they brought in all the big men.
Yeah, they're going heavy. 3 running backs in the backfield, but that receiver's on an island all by himself over there. And they roll it out, pitch out right. He's got blockers in front of him, pushes it forward. Does he get in?
2-point conversion.
They did it. The Eagles are up 14-13 with 5 minutes, 30 seconds left in this game. Those mistakes are costing the Panthers just like you talked about.
They did, absolutely.
But this game is far from over. We've got five and a half minutes still left in this game, and the Panthers have proven that they could drive the ball on this defense. So, very exciting game. Exactly what I was hoping for.
This is what rivalries are made of. And again, we saw the start of this rivalry last year, and we're seeing it starting to come to fruition even more so. Now, we don't know yet because it's early in the season just how talented these 2 teams are, but certainly they're more talented than they were last year.
True.
So it's hard to speculate on how they will compete with the rest of the league, but they're significantly improved, and the 2 of them, again, because of last year, the start of last year, continued into this year, we've got a nice little rivalry here.
Yeah, we sure do. I'm very, very happy with the competition on this field tonight. Again, we're at 5 minutes, 30 seconds left in the game, and the Eagles have just popped ahead after the 2-point conversion. We're looking at a 14-13 game, and the Eagles are about to kick off to the Panthers.
You got Jake Gardner out there on kickoff.
Oh, he's kicking?
He's on kickoff coverage there.
Oh, okay. Well, watch the speed on him. And there's the kick. It's long. Recover right around the 10-yard line. He's going to follow his blockers.
Oh, Jake is actually hurt, but
oh, he's got room. He's coming back inside and finally brought down.
I was keeping my eye on Jake just because I love to watch how athletic he is and how physical he gets, and I can see that he's strained a hamstring or something coming down the field.
Oh, that's too bad. I don't see where he's at.
Well, he's off to the sidelines now.
Good.
But, that was good coverage regardless by the Eagles, and that's what they needed to do.
Well, now it's time for the Panthers to try to take advantage of the opportunity given to them, and that with 5 minutes, 18 seconds left, they're going to take over on offense. And you know what? They were doing such a good job for so long, but as soon as they started making the mistakes, that's when they've lost control of this game. So I think if they can keep control of their emotions and stop making the small mistakes, they might stand a chance of.
Well, and on the kickoff there, I don't mean to interrupt you, Eric, but they had a holding call that just backed them up 10 yards. They're going to start at the 19-yard line.
That's exactly what I was just talking about. So let's see if they can clean up their gameplay a little bit here and try to take advantage of this opportunity. It's going to be a long drive.
This is an area where we suffered last year too. We were competing really well in a lot of games. Multiple games we were really close, and we started to stumble with mistakes and penalties and so forth that really hurt us. It looks like we've got, I was going to say a new quarterback here. But
well, we're sticking eye formation. Let's see if these Eagles can stop this running attack of the Panthers. There's a snap, fakes the handoff, rolls left, and Eagles all over the place with a big sack on the play. Big loss on that sack. And the Eagles' defense is stepping up at the end of this game. They've made the adjustments they needed to do to stop this running attack of the Panthers.
And I think the Panthers have kind of gotten predictable here. If they're not going to run the ball, they're going to sprint right or sprint left, and that's what their linebackers are kind of sitting on now. You got to give credit to the Eagles coaching staff because they have made the adjustments that they needed to do.
They sure did, and
I believe that was Eric McClan there.
Boy, Eric's having a great game, isn't he?
He sure is.
And this coaching staff deserves much kudos. I mean, they've turned this team around in 2 years, and they've made the adjustments necessary to get their team up on top of 14-13 right now. And, they're coaching their way through this game. So now we're looking at 2nd and 20 for the Panthers. And we're going to stay with the same formation. Receivers left and right. 2 safeties over the top for the Eagles. Looks like they're going to try to blitz in there. Waiting for the snap. There it goes. Here comes the pressure. This could be a safety. He's trying to get rid of it. Runs up inside. Cuts in the middle. He turns a bad play into a good play. Great footwork by that quarterback.
You've got to give a lot of credit to Barnes there on that one. He was dead to right in the end zone. Would have been 2 points.
Yeah, and then he used his agility and his speed to get away from those guys and gain yardage on the play. It might have been smart just to throw it near the sideline to a receiver in the area just to get rid of it, but he took advantage. But now we're looking at 3rd and 15 after a 5-yard gain on the play. The Eagle sidelines and the Eagle fans are chanting for some defense. And there's still a crowded stadium here at Legacy High School, or Legacy Stadium near Cherokee Trails High School. And so we're staying same for no.
We've got.
We're going to go single back formation, tight end right, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Quarterback fades, throws it to the slot guy, and he could not catch it. He was wide open and let the ball go straight through his hands.
I think that was Smoke trying to come back to the ball. I couldn't tell if maybe that pass was deflected a little bit because the ball was awful low.
Seemed to hang there, yeah. Seemed to hang in the air a while.
Again, I've got those referee eyes. So,
so that's a 4th down now, right?
That's 4th down.
4th and 15. 2 minutes, 50 seconds left in the game.
Panthers are going to punt.
Panthers are down by 1 point. You know what? You got to have a lot of faith in your defense to do that, don't you, Coach?
You do. And, if you're the Eagles right now, you're telling your team, you're telling your players, we don't need a mistake here on special teams. We need to be smart.
All right, both sides seem ready. The punter is waiting. No, they're still – there we go. Waiting for the snap as the punter. Returner's hanging around the 40-yard line, and it's blocked. Picked up.
A touchdown.
Ran into the end zone. Eagles touchdown. Did you miss it? Oh, there was a blocked punt on the ground, recovered by the Eagles, ran through the end zone. That's 6 more points. Did you have to follow the ball and you missed the block?
Our producer Scott's got to give us 10 push-ups for that.
Get that on film. Well, that's another 6 points for the Englewood Eagles. We need to get that scoreboard fixed. There we go, and it's 20-13 now. And the Eagles still have an extra point try. Wow, I'm impressed with what the Eagles have done in the fourth quarter.
Absolutely. We've got an illegal substitution here by the Eagles. And again, special teams, this makes for the point after attempt longer, and this is crucial because if you don't get this extra point right here, the Panthers can come down and tie the game, whereas if you're up by 8, they've got to go for 2.
Yeah. With 2 minutes, 44 seconds is extra point. There's still enough time on the clock for the Panthers to make a good drive and try to put some points on the board.
Looks like maybe we had
There's the
offsides.
kick.
Oh, off the goalpost.
Oh, and they missed the extra point.
That 5 yards, that made the difference right there.
Yeah.
We talk about special teams.
And mistakes. Yep. So at 2 minutes, 44 seconds left of the game, it is now 20-13. Eagles over the Panthers, and as they break, we will break. And thank you for watching ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Football Conference. And welcome back to Colorado Sports TV's coverage of the Colorado Football Conference. This is a fun game. The Eagles have kicked off to the Panthers. Gets it right around the 5-yard line to the 10, to the 20. Runs into a wall of black jerseys and still keeps fighting, but they're going to bring him down.
We've got a flag, late flag.
Another flag.
Well, that's Will Martin there. Was that Will Martin? Upset about something.
Yeah.
And we had a flag there in the middle of the field as well.
So
I don't know, was that Will Martin? I might be mistaken.
Is that a flag blowing down the field? Guys, that ref's going to have to run a long way to pick up his flag. See it? Right around the 10-yard line?
I don't think so. They're weighted, Eric.
Are they weighted?
Listen, not only are referees blind, but they don't have very good arms either. So we've got to have a little weight in the flag in order to be able to throw it.
All right, so Kevin, you're going to have to decipher this white hat for me because
I think we've got.
I see 3 different flags down on this.
I think we've got. We certainly have sportsmanlike conduct on the Panthers. I believe on the sidelines. I'm not sure. I saw a little bit of mess on the sideline here, but definitely, some extracurricular activity there in the pile there in the middle of the field, and I'm not sure what that's about. I wouldn't be surprised, but what they have offsetting penalties right here. But if they've got a live ball and a dead ball, then that can be significant as well.
Well, we're waiting for the Zebras to break their huddle. Got a whole lot of splaining to do. Let's see.
looks like we have a block in the back against the Panthers.
Okay.
And unsportsmanlike conduct on the Eagles. Okay. Oh, it looks like they're offsetting the penalties. Oh, and then a personal foul against the Eagles. That'll probably be enforced.
That wasn't an ejection, was it?
I don't believe so. I didn't see any signal of an
Okay,
ejection.
because it looked like he made that motion. I hope not.
15 yards is significant. Bringing the ball all the way up to the 45. And again, mistakes.
Yeah. By both sides in the second half. I mean, it was such a clean first half, but now the Panthers will take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line with 2 minutes, 36 seconds left. They're only down by 7.
You know, my suspicion is what we had offsetting penalties in the little scrum that was in the middle of the field, and then we had something that happened towards the sidelines of the Panthers that resulted in the personal foul and the 15 yards tacked on to the end of the run there.
All right, here we go. I formation. Receivers left and right. Crowded box for the Eagles. 2 safeties over the top. Cornerbacks fading back. Handoff up the middle. They're going back to their bread and butter, and the Eagles are there to stop a gain of 2 yards on the play.
We have a change at quarterback. We have Stephen Cowherd out there, number 12.
Wonderful. I'm excited to see Steve Cowherd at quarterback.
And he's a
very
veteran
athletic.
of CFC.
Yeah, he's been in this league as long as I've been in this league for a decade. I mean,
Great player.
He was in there longer than I was.
Good addition to the Panthers. Veteran leadership. Very knowledgeable of the game. With the 2-minute warning here.
Yep, that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. So as they take a break on a very exciting affair, we will take a break. And thank you for watching ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Football Conference. And welcome back to Colorado Sports TV's coverage of a very exciting game. We're at the 2-minute warning. We are 20-13, Eagles over the Panthers. I formation. Here comes the blitz. Flags.
I think, this is where the Eagles are trying to anticipate the snap too much. I believe that the Panthers got 5 free yards on this.
Let's see what the White Hat has to say.
Couple seconds ran off the clock here. I'm sure they're going to ask for the clock to be reset to 2 minutes. Oh, we have a false start by the Panthers.
That's exactly what the Panthers did not need if they want to have a chance to win this game. It's only a 7-point game. You don't need to be going backwards. You got to clean up those mistakes, and you got to move the ball down the field.
So I'm really curious to see, when Stephen Cowherd is a very smart individual, a very smart football player.
And very athletic.
Let's see what he can do. Let's see if he can read this defense of the Eagles.
All right, yep. He's looking over that defense. He's getting under center in that I formation. Receivers left and right. There's a snap. Handoff, left side. Eagles all over it. Black jerseys swarm into the ball. And that's going to be a loss of about 2 on that play.
There was the handoff was a little sluggish there. And I think as a result, I don't think that play had much going for it to begin with, but with that little handoff.
Well, isn't that a kind of mistake that you can expect when you change quarterbacks early in the game?
Yeah, I think you're correct there, Eric.
Yeah. I mean, the other remind me the other quarterback's name. That's
Barnes.
Barnes was having a good game.
He was.
He was doing well.
Do we have third down? Yes, we do. We've got third down on the box now.
3rd and 15 play with 1 minute, 9 seconds of ticking on the clock. The Panthers down by 7. They need to move the ball downfield right here, right now. I formation. Receivers left and right. Fakes the handoff. Rolls out right. He's got time. Gets brought down from behind. Sack on the play. And the Englewood Eagles defense do exactly what they need to do and stop this drive. We are now looking at 4th and, forever.
The Panthers have one timeout, and I'm not sure why Sebastian is not using it here. It's 4th down.
You got 29 seconds of ticking.
You're going to leave a timeout on the board here. Going to try to get a play off.
20 seconds and ticking.
This
is it. This is a big 4th down right here.
You're going to be left
14
with no time
seconds
left.
Under center. 9 seconds. Snaps. Sacks. And that is it. The game is over. The Englewood Eagles have done what they needed to do, stepping up big in the 4th quarter, stopping the running game of the Colorado Panthers. Kevin, thanks so much, brother, for helping me out with this
Absolutely. It
broadcast.
was a fun game to watch, a fun game to work with you, Eric. And, again, I give it to both of these teams. This is the start of a rivalry. It's one that the CFC is really needed.
And I want to let you know on a personal level, Kevin, you're probably like the 3rd best color commentator I've had.
The 3rd best. Well, I really appreciate that. I suspect, though, that you haven't had a better referee up in the box. So.
That could be true. But again, thanks, Kevin. Do appreciate you being here. Do appreciate it. And thank you, folks, for watching a very exciting football game brought to you by ColoradoSports.TV. Thank you, and God bless.